Guys, we're going to be done here in just under 30 minutes. You got your
so what we do
warning.
inside of the school visits, grade programs for
He's right there.
both online
He's right there.
And mainly our mission is
all right, I've got everybody muted, so if you have any more questions for me, you got to get my attention and I'll unmute you so we can hear you. Got just over a minute to go. And guys, when we get started, I'm going to put everybody on the screen together. So Rico and Liz, if you guys want to keep your camera on just for the start, and then when we start going one by one, you can turn it off again until we get to you, okay? So I'm going to have everyone on the screen together. About 30 seconds. That's right, Hampton Roads. We are back in action. It's 3 p.m. in Southeastern Virginia, and it's time for our afternoon block of Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. My name is Chris Strub, and here in the 3 p.m. hour, look at all these wonderful guests we've got going on here. They're all ready to rock and roll, waving hello, hello. We're going to be introducing you to all these great nonprofits during the 3 p.m. hour here in just a moment. But yes, you are watching Generosity Live. This is a fun, new live streaming, multi-streaming show coming at you from the Fly the W studio here in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Generosity Live is designed to help introduce you, the viewer, to new to you nonprofits and help them find new donors that are going to be supportive today during Give Local 757 and all year round. It's a lot of fun. Maybe some of you guys watched this morning, or if you're watching on replay, you can go back and watch our 7 a.m. broadcast and our 10 a.m. broadcast. Generosity Live can be seen on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Twitch. And today we are simulcasting to Facebook.com/PCF Virginia. You'll hear some of our guests mention, I'm sure, PCF Virginia, and our good buddy Tammy Flynn watching out there in the Hampton Roads region. So shout out to Tammy. If you're watching today, the objective is to get you to go to the website, givelocal757.org, and make a donation. Don't be shy. A lot of these organizations are very, very deserving of your dollars. They're chasing down some of the prizes here in the final 9 hours of Give Local 757. You can learn about those prizes by clicking prizes on that website, givelocal757.org. And this day is a big deal. This is year number 9 of Give Local 757. It's always the second Tuesday in May. To date, 70,000 donors over the first 8 years. And here we are adding on another 4,839 so far today. There are 30 different prizes that are really a great reason to donate today, more so than any other day of the year. I mentioned you can see those prizes at givelocal757.org/prizes. Most of those prizes are going to come in today at that amount of $757. And a lot of them are going to be earned by collecting the most new donors during a specific time period. So if you hear about an organization that you really love here during this 3 p.m. hour, go help them chase down a prize at some point this evening. $1.119 million raised so far today for 193 participating nonprofits. And it's time to get those folks on the screen here. So in about 10 seconds, we're gonna get rocking and rolling with our first organization. I'm gonna tell Addie to make sure that her mic is unmuted because we're gonna get going here. Generosity Live, Hampton Roads kicks off in 5 seconds. Hello, Addie. Happy Give Local 757 Day. Thank you so much for joining us. Addie, tell me all about Edmark and what you guys are up to today. And we're going to need Addie too.
Pediatric hospice.
Addie, let's start that over again. I had you muted. That was my fault.
Oh no. Yeah, so I am with Edmark. We are a local nonprofit pediatric hospice. We care for kids in the area that are facing life-threatening, life-limiting illnesses. And we do this in the home. So we send out nurses, social workers, volunteers to go care for not only these kids, but their families as well. We like to take a holistic approach and care for the family as a whole because we've realized it not only benefits the kid and their overall health, but it just benefits the whole family as well, because when you're dealing with pediatric illness, it takes a toll on everybody. And so we want to be there to support them in any way that is possible. So we do that through nursing. They do blood draws and administer chemo and dressing changes and all kinds of stuff in the home so that they don't have to make an extra trip to the hospital. We have social workers that help with resourcing and counseling and all of that. We have volunteers that go out and, they'll do anything from watch siblings to cutting grass to helping us in the office to anything in between what the rest of our staff does. So that's what we do. And we do it all at no cost to the family as well. So they never, ever receive a bill for any of the services that we provide to them.
Let's take a look at the video you sent over and we'll come back with Addie momentarily. Addie, it's such a somber subject, and yet we see a lot of faces of joy, a lot of big smiles on those images that you shared in those videos. And it must be a continuous challenge to keep those smiles coming every day.
Yeah, and we often say, we take the good with the bad and the highs with the lows. Like it can be really hard because while we have a lot of kids that become stable discharges and beat their illness, we have a lot of kids that do end up passing away. And that's where our bereavement program steps in and we walk with those families. But we offer all kinds of things outside of just that in-home care. In those pictures you saw, there were kids or families dressed up, and there was, kids with Easter bunny ears on and, dressed up as a clown and just having fun because we put on all of these extra events for our families because it's so important to give them an opportunity not only to be together and make those memories, but have somewhere that they can come, have fun and enjoy each other and not worry about anything. They don't have to worry about, paying for a day at a park, or even for our families that have kids with, a G-tube or in a wheelchair. Those are just typical kids to us. And so nobody's staring at them or looking at them weird. They're just normal kids. And so those, we try to provide as many of those opportunities as possible because making those fun, happy memories is just so important for these families.
My notes have a mention of the butterfly tribute garden. What happens there?
Yes, and so we had planned to do the interview out there, but it's a little chilly today. But we have a tribute garden out back at our property, and out there we have these arches, and they have the names of every child that has been on our services that has passed away. And we put it there for these families at their request. They wanted a place to come that wasn't a cemetery, that wasn't a funeral home, that wasn't a place like that, a very somber place. And all of the names are on these plaques, and they're placed up so that because at families' request, they didn't want to look down to see their child. They wanted to look up to remember them. And so that's just one of the ways that we support and rally around these families to not only help them remember their child and keep their memory alive, but us as well, because, you know, our staff, we love these families and these kids like our own. And we always say once an Edmark family, always an Edmark family. And that's true. You come into our doors and you are part of a family, whether you are staff, volunteer, patient, or parent or sibling, you're part of the Edmark family.
Addie, we've got about 30 seconds left. A specific fundraising goal for today?
Our goal is just, because every dollar counts. And so we haven't set a goal because we are just grateful for everything that comes through our doors, because it allows us to just do what we do to the best of our ability and take even more burden off of these families, because they'll never receive a bill from us. And so we are grateful for each and every dollar that we get.
Addie Clemens-Cook, thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you the best of luck during Give Local 757, and thank you for the great heartwarming work that you do.
Thank
to
you.
support these kids and these families.
Thank you.
Let's go next to the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways Museum. We've got John Stohl here. He's the board chair of the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways History Foundation. John, you're looking sharp, man. It's great to meet you.
Good day, sir. So nice of you to come to our tavern.
So what do we got going on? Looks like you've got some regalia in place there.
Well, I am dressed in the type of attire that would have taken place back in colonial times. This particular museum is here to protect, promote, and preserve the events that took place over 243 years ago here in Great Bridge.
And it sounds like this this place benefits a whole lot of kids to help keep these stories and this history alive.
Well, it does. Now, this is our first time with Give Local 757, and we've only been open as a museum since June. Well, it'll be 2 years this June. And even so, we've had a pretty constant trickle of visitors, despite the pestilence that surrounds us. But most recently, we were able to have a great day. Just last week, we had 160 students from a local elementary school, fifth graders, that descended in our museum, and we tried to convey to them the stories both of the events that took place during the Battle of Great Bridge and of a basic overview of canal history, because we are in a very key region with various canals in this in Tidewater, as well as the importance of conserving conservation of resources, and we trust preservation of history.
John, I've got a video here that you guys sent in, so let's take a look at what some of these kids may have seen last week during the
cabin fever setting in, online learning getting you down. Don't just read history, live history. At the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways Museum, you'll experience life in 18th century Virginia. Discover the water that defined the landscape. Visit a colonial tavern, known to us locals as the 3-Ton Tavern. And find yourself in the middle of the Battle of Great Bridge, which led Virginia on the path to independence. Understand the strategic importance of this causeway and the impact of this battle on the American Revolution. Learn how the Dismal Swamp and Albemarle and Chesapeake canals were created. Explore miles of nature trails, a marsh overlook, and an outdoor historic park. You can even have a picnic and watch the boats along the intra-coastal waterway. Your family adventure begins at the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways Museum. All COVID-19 safety precautions apply. Go to gbbattlefield.org for more information.
what an experience that looks like. I mean, what a day that could be to come visit, no matter what age it seems.
It is glorious here, particularly on the nice weather. It's a little cool and windy today, but even so, we'll keep you warm and protected in the museum. Plenty of heat in here.
And it seems to me like that interactivity element, especially for the kids, is really important in the museum. And it looks like you're not just walking around looking at things, you're really sort of part of the experience.
Well, we really believe in that. And that's why increasingly more and more docents are putting on period attire like I have here, because that generates questions and it helps the visitor, whether they be a fifth grader or whether they be a graduate student, inquire more about the events and the things that the events and the environment at the time.
John, it sounds awesome. Let's wrap things up here. You guys have a fundraising goal today?
Well, because we're new to this, we kind of took a broad swipe at it, and we're looking to try to get 5,000. We do have a match that's willing to help us out on that, so we're pretty positive. Now, I'm trusting that it will be in dollars and not in shillings or pounds, but we're looking for it.
John is there with us. The period humor, I love it. John Stohl, thank you so much for taking the time today, and congrats on your first Give Local 757. Hope you're having fun and enjoying your experience on Generosity Live.
Health to you, sir.
Hampton Roads, cheers. I love to hear it. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. We've
got Rico and Ann from Communities in Schools of Hampton Roads coming right up here. Hello, Ann and Rico. Happy Give Local 757 Day. How's it going? Sounds like you might be muted. I take it that's a happy response. And it sounds like we might still be muted. We love to see the smiles and enthusiasm though. Got that red microphone button. I know the sound is working for everybody. Hello. I can hear the music, but I can't hear you guys. So let's come back to Rico and Ann. Let's bring on Kara and Chandra, and we'll let Rico and Ann figure out the sound situation there. I'll put the little countdown clock on here for you guys so you can get ready again, Kara and Chandra.
There we go.
All right, well, I can hear Rico and Ann, but we're going to come back to you guys in just a moment, so stay tuned. I'll actually mute you so you can leave your mic on there, Rico and Ann. Kara and Chandra from the Virginia Peninsula Association of Realtors Charitable Foundation. It rolls right off the tongue, guys. Happy Give Local 757 Day.
Thank you.
Hello.
And tell us all about what you guys are up to year-round and today.
So year-round, what we do is we're an arm of the Virginia Peninsula Association of Realtors, where we support local housing-related charities on the Virginia Peninsula. And our mission is to make sure that we have, not only are we about home ownership, but we're also about making sure people are have some type of shelter. There are instances with some organizations where they may run into situations where they may need to stay somewhere temporarily due to unfortunate circumstances. So it's charities like those that we support every year. And we do different fundraisers throughout the year.
So tell me about some of those different fundraisers. Obviously today is Give Local 757, but sounds like this is a cause that's very crucial to you guys year round.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So we recently did, I think back in March, we did a fundraiser for Top Golf, which was really, really fun. That was a little bit of a different spin on things because normally we do a golf tournament, But COVID kind of slowed things down, and we decided to do this differently. We've done bowl-a-thons in the past, and it involves not only just our members in the association, but our local charities that we support. We also invite them to participate in those events as well.
Talk to me a little bit about some of those organizations. We've heard from so many different nonprofits today on Generosity Live. Obviously, they're all listed on the site as well, but those community partnerships, it sounds like, are critical.
Yes, they are. So some of them that we support are the Peninsula Foodbank, Transitions Family, Violence Services, Natasha House, Mitchell House, Link of Hampton Roads, Habitat for Humanity, just to name a few.
Wow, what a footprint you guys have. That's pretty incredible. Do you have a specific fundraising goal for today here in your second year of Give Local 757?
We do. So last year was our first year, and we hit a little bit over 5,000. This year, we want to keep with the theme. So $7,570. Every dollar counts.
$7,570. I see what you did there, ladies. I'm picking up what you're putting down. 75, 70. And of course, you can go to givelocal757.org. Keep track of that leaderboard, keep track of those donations, and make a difference. You can get your name right there on their fundraising page and help support this wonderful cause. Ladies, what else would you like to say before we move on to our next nonprofit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having this platform. It's a great way to bring everyone together. And, as she mentioned, as realtors, we're community leaders. So this is our small part to make sure that we're giving back to the organizations that are helping make sure that everyone has the shelter that they need. So thank you so much.
Yeah, the challenge of housing these days is definitely not something to overlook. It seems like this is not, I can tell you from a potential home buyer's perspective, it's certainly been a challenge here in South Carolina. I'm sure it's a similar approach out there. So, the work that you guys are doing to address those needs in the community is really valuable and important. And I want to say thank you again to you both and to your entire team for the great work that you do. So, Kara and Chandra, thank you so much for taking some time today and
Thank you.
appearing on Generosity Live Hampton Roads.
Thank you, Chris. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, Mom.
Rico and Ann, round 2.
All right.
And I can hear you already. Here we go.
Yay.
That's right. We have got Rico and Ann from Communities and Schools of Hampton Roads. Communities and Schools, always one of my favorite groups to speak to during a giving day. And Ann and Rico, you guys have been part of Give Local 757 since the start. So thanks for doing that. Tell us all about CIS of Hampton Roads.
Communities and Schools of Hampton Roads surrounds students in Hampton Roads with a community of support, empowering those students to stay in school and achieve in life. We're the local affiliate of the National Nonprofit Communities and Schools, and our focus is dropout prevention, but the and we build those relationships with students through our site coordinators who are placed at 21 elementary through high schools here in the Hampton Roads area. We're in 6 of the 7 cities.
Tell me about where donations are going to go. Someone goes to the website today, finds you guys on that list, on that leaderboard through that search function. Where exactly are a donor's dollars going to go today?
So donor dollars can be primarily for students. So each of our site coordinators have a budget each year that provides supports for students. So if a student, for example, the student and their family is experiencing homelessness, then they may use some of the student support budget to provide a resource to that family. We had a site coordinator actually in Suffolk this week or last week that had a family. One of his students was in a family experiencing almost homelessness. They had been living in a hotel. And so we would use student support funds to maybe extend a night in that hotel to allow us time to coordinate resources. So we're doing similar things to Edmark in that we provide services for the whole family, and we're similar to the Peninsula Realtors Foundation because we can help provide housing resources.
We've heard all throughout the day today from lots of different nonprofit organizations around the region. Do you guys rely on those community partnerships as well to work more effectively in the work that you do?
We definitely rely on community partnerships. Other organizations. All right, we're getting a little feedback.
A little bit of feedback. Let me see if it's coming from here. All right, go ahead now. I'm going to mute myself so you guys.
Okay. But yes, we definitely rely on our community partners, definitely making those connections and linking them with our site coordinators in the schools to create all different kinds of opportunities, events, and different experiences for our students. What'd you say, Ann?
We can talk about our partnership with the Young Investors Group.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, go on.
One of our site coordinators offered a program to his high school students through the Young Investors Group, which is another nonprofit in Hampton Roads. And they just completed a car dealership takeover.
Yes.
And the students learned academic lessons about car financing, business, and it culminated in a day about 2 weeks ago where the students went to the dealership and they actually sold a car. It was set up to be volunteers and to pretend purchase, but some of the volunteers actually did purchase a car from the student.
Got it. Two cars were sold by the student.
I mean, you talk about a proud day. I mean, that must have been just the coolest feeling for you guys to see that actually take place in action.
I mean, smiles across, and the kids were just so astonished because they at first all that self-doubt was had, but once they actually saw the process go through, they truly believed in themselves and what they were learning, that it's possible that they can do it.
That's what it's all about. You know, it's amazing how much these donations today, $1.129 million, a huge portion of that is going towards our youth and going towards the kids around the Hampton Roads region. And CIS, you guys always do a magnificent job every chapter around the country, and especially you guys in Hampton Roads. So if you're looking for a new worthy cause to support, CIS is going to be a great one to type into that search bar. Go in and make your donations. Rico and Ann, thank you so much for joining us today on Generosity Live Hampton Roads. We've got one group left here in the waiting room. That's going to be Liz. Oh, we've got two more. So let's get Liz on the screen here. Bear with me for 1 second. There's Liz, and I'm going to let the folks at home take one quick guess which organization Liz is working with. I'll give you a hint. It is the wonderful United Way of the Virginia Peninsula. So, Liz, for anyone who has lived under a rock for the last 200 years, what is the United Way?
Sure. I'm happy to answer that. United Way of the Virginia Peninsula, we are a nonprofit organization that works with not just nonprofits, but all different sectors of our community. Government, healthcare, education. We bring all those important partners together to convene around the most pressing issues facing our community. And we really focus on programs and services and systemic solutions to lifting our friends and neighbors in need out of poverty. And poverty is probably not what most people picture when we talk about United Way. I think a lot of times people think of somebody who's experiencing homelessness or food insecurity. No, when United Way is looking at poverty, it is about people experiencing poverty. It can be our friends and neighbors who are working with us. They live next door to us. They go to church with us, whatever that looks like. These are people who are working 2 or 3 jobs and still they're one hardship away from going further into the cycle of poverty. So United Way really takes all those aspects of what poverty can look like, and we bring the most important nonprofit organizations and for-profit organizations as well to the table to see what we can do as a community to create community-wide solutions that lift our neighbors in need out of poverty.
And Liz, I know the answer to this question already too. I mean, we've been talking all day long with lots and lots of different nonprofit organizations, and I don't know that there is an organization that relies more and depends more on those community partnerships than the United Way. Really, that seems to be what the United Way is all about, is supporting a lot of these other organizations around the region.
Absolutely. And actually, many of the nonprofits that have been featured today or will be featured later on today, they are a part of our network of partner agencies that benefit from United Way donations. So we've seen several of them already. We have about just under 40 nonprofit partners that if people choose to give to United Way of the Virginia Peninsula on Give Local, several of the partner agencies that have been participating today will also benefit. So it's a win-win across the board.
That's it. If you're not sure who you want to donate to, maybe you've heard from so many great organizations you can't quite make up your mind. We know that the United Way is always going to be there to support lots of great nonprofits around the region. And so Liz, specific fundraising goal for today?
Sure. So we actually, we did not set a particular fundraising goal. And the reason we did that is because we are observing Give Local as any participation and support that comes through today. We are recognizing those individuals and corporate gifts in our annual employee and workplace campaign. So, and for the annual campaign, we did not set a dollar goal this year, similar to what United Way has done in previous years. We really wanted to focus on participation. So we just are looking to get the number of donors up. Because what we noticed is that, during COVID, we were so fortunate to receive a lot of support from local government and things like that. But because of the nature of the times and with things being for United Way, the majority of our support comes from workplace giving, and workplace giving looked completely different when COVID hit. The number of people who were giving went down. So our focus this year has been to get the number of people who are giving back up, because people are what it's all about.
Well, we love talking about that number of donors, and you can see right there on the screen, we're coming up on a big donor milestone, 4,988 donors. So if you're watching on Facebook or watching on YouTube, what a day. Let's get you out on this. Talk about what you think a day like Give Local 757 means for the Hampton Roads region and all these organizations.
I apologize. Can you repeat that one more time? It was tough to hear you on that one.
Oh, yeah. What do you think a day like today means for the Hampton Roads region? Second Tuesday in May every year. It always feels like this wonderful wave of generosity coming across the region, yes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the biggest day of giving for the Virginia Peninsula community. So no matter what feels right, I think similar to what you said before, it doesn't matter, just to everybody watching, it really doesn't matter how much you give, or if you can't really decide on a nonprofit, just do what feels right, because this is a very exciting day for many nonprofits across the Virginia Peninsula community. They rely on today to do a lot of their fundraising for the year, really, as well. And we're so grateful to be a part of it. And I'm grateful. We don't get to say thank you as much as we get to ask people to consider giving. So for those who have given already, and for those who have been giving over the course of the year, I just want to extend a special thank you as well on behalf of United Way and our nonprofit partners.
Liz, it's only fitting. You saw that number jump as you were signing off there. 5,002 donors. I think everyone's listening to Liz, and hopefully a bunch of those donors are contributing to the United Way of Virginia Peninsula. Liz,
I love it. I love it.
Liz Hyde, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon on
Sure
Generosity
thing. Thanks for
Live,
having me.
Hampton Roads. It's been my pleasure. And we've got one more nonprofit here ready to jump on in and join us. This gentleman's name is Charlie Hyde. Sorry, Charlie Hill. I can read. Charlie Hill.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Charlie is joining. I'm sorry, Dr. Charlie Hill. Let me make sure I get that right too. Dr. Charlie Hill is joining us. He is the co-founder and president of the Hampton Roads Prostate Health Forum. Happy Give Local 757 Day, sir.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for working me in. Thank you.
I got you. So I'm going to hand you the microphone here for a couple of minutes. I want you to tell me all about your mission and what you guys are raising money for here today.
Okay, well, the Hampton Roads Prostate Health Forum was established formally in 2007. Our primary focus is to reduce the amount of suffering and death caused by prostate cancer in all of Hampton Roads. We focus on all the 7 cities and counties, and our focus is on awareness, education, PSA testing, and digital rectal exams. Virginia has 35 health districts. Of those 35 health districts, the 2 worst health districts in terms of diagnosis and death are in Hampton Roads. So our primary focus is to reduce the number of deaths. Much of that can be accomplished primarily through early detection.
How do you work to fight the stigma against prostate health? You know, some men, it's a faux pas to even think about it, much less talk about it with their doctor. So how do you guys address that issue?
We explain why the tests and the issues are required. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2000, and I get a chance to talk with you today. So, and the reason for that is I was detected early enough to be successfully treated. So our messaging is do what you need to do, have annual testing starting at age 40, ahead of any possibility of having prostate.
Are there any warning signs that someone should be looking for? Now I'm coming up on 40, knock on wood, but is there anything that we should be aware of to get checked out before you turn 40 maybe?
That is a great question, and that's the question we try to deal with. The answer is no, and that's the reason so many men get caught. There are no symptoms for early stage prostate cancer that has not spread beyond the gland, and that is really one of the greatest threats to all men, because a man will not necessarily know he has prostate cancer. His way of dealing with that simply is to have an annual test exam so that his body and his doctor and his family can be fully aware of what's going on with him.
Dr. Hill, today is May 10th. It's Give Local 757 Day, but I see in my notes here, June 25th, a very important day for your organization. What's happening on June 25th?
Absolutely. June 25th is another one of those events. What we intend to do in Norfolk, Virginia, and in Franklin, Virginia, as 2 centers to bring men and women into one session in each place, and men and women from the entire region to talk about prostate cancer, to become aware of the prostate cancer problem. Secondly, to learn about what you do about the problem, and that's for men and women. And then after that, we hope to test and all of the men who have not been tested and examined. So June 25 is extremely important for prostate cancer. In Hampton Roads, we celebrate prostate cancer very aggressively in the month of June. We try to paint the region blue for prostate cancer. Prostate cancer ribbon is blue. And this year we have the added opportunity to talk about Juneteenth on Father's Day, and also urge and bring people together to be tested and examined. So it's a big day for us, and we look forward to touching as many families as possible.
Dr. Hill, I feel like I could talk to you all day. Are there racial disparities among the rates of prostate cancer in the region or nationally?
Absolutely. Black people, Black men live sicker and die earlier than any other racial group in the United States. And that's really the case across several diseases. But with prostate cancer, it does not have to happen. And let me repeat that. Black men live sicker and die younger than any other racial group in the United States. One of the things that can be done to reverse that is to be tested, starting at age 40, and have it done annually in order to get ahead of prostate cancer.
Dr. Charlie Hill from the Hampton Roads Prostate Health Forum. Like I said, I feel like I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Do you have a specific fundraising goal today during the Giving Day?
Yes, we have chosen $5,000, and let me tell you why. We are one of the few nonprofits, we have zero payroll. Zero payroll. All of us donate our time and our talent for saving lives with prostate cancer. Therefore, we don't have the operating costs. The money we need is used for advertising for our event.
Well, Dr. Hill, we really appreciate you taking some of your time here today to share that story and those important messages with us. So first and foremost, go get tested. If you're 40 or over, go get tested. You can contact the foundation at, the health forum at hrprostatehealth.com or facebook.com/hrprostatehealthforum. Dr. Charlie Hill, best of luck today during Give Local 757, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Chris. Take care and be well.
And there you have it. There's our 3 p.m. hour. Another hour of great conversations with some truly special, wonderful folks promoting some really tremendous causes and organizations. Really enjoyed those discussions. And I want to say thank you again to all of the nonprofits that are taking the time to join us today on Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. Again, this is a new multi-streaming live show designed to provide live coverage of 24-hour fundraising events called Giving Days around the United States. Give Local 757 is one of the longest running and most successful giving days in the country. But there are giving days all around the U.S. all year round, especially here in the springtime. I'm lucky enough to get a chance to work with a number of those giving days. I was just in York, Pennsylvania and Columbia, South Carolina last week. You can see the team there in York up at People's Bank Park. In September, I'll be down in San Antonio working with the Big Give. Last week I was down in Columbia.
Here we go.
And you can see that big moment crossing that $2.5 million mark. This generosity movement is taking the country by storm. Providers like GiveGab that put on these giving days all around the U.S. and really get that bird's eye view to see what's happening in all these different cities and states and communities all around the U.S. And thankfully for me, I get a chance to drive a lot of these conversations with these wonderful folks like Dr. Hill and so many of these folks that we've spoken to so far here today. What a fun hour that was. I got to go visit the Waterways History Foundation. Got to plan my trip down to the Hampton Roads. We'll make a little road trip out of it maybe this summer and visit some of these great folks. I still want to go back and visit Rebecca back at the museum, the Virginia Living Museum. And I want to remind you, with just over 8 hours remaining here in Give Local 757, make sure you go to that website, make your donations, but you can also check out the prize page. Go to givelocal757.org/prizes. I've got a little video here to play for you that explains the criteria for all the different prizes that you can win. This video will continue on live, and we'll be back for, as you see in the middle there, hour number 7 of our live broadcast today. Be back with one of my favorites, the Salvation Army. Never say enough good things about those folks. 3E Restoration Inc. Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue. That's the one I've had circled on my calendar for weeks. Such a fun group. Can't wait to see them live again. Community Nights, Menchville House Ministries Inc. and Peak Childhood Center. And then you can see the lineup there for our 5 p.m. hour coming up right after that. If you're enjoying the show, Please hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. You can follow my Facebook page, facebook.com/TeamStrub, and find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Strub. That's where you can watch the show live. Surely you're watching in one of these locations, or at facebook.com/PCF Virginia as this afternoon draws on. What a day so far. $1.41 million raised by 5,071 donors. Let's take a look at this prize video, and I'll see you guys back here live at 4 p.m. Prizes are a critical element of every giving day, especially Give Local 757. There are 30 different prizes available for nonprofits to win during Give Local 757 2022. Each prize has different criteria, which are listed at givelocal757.org/prizes. Most of the prizes are available in the amount of $757, but as you'll see, the grand prizes will see a $10,000 pool divided among the top 3 nonprofits. Let's take a look at the prize rules. The Bank of America grand prizes. First place, $5,000 awarded to the nonprofit who receives the highest number of unique donors between midnight and midnight on May 10th. Second place, $3,000 awarded to the second highest number of unique donors. And third place is $2,000 awarded to the nonprofit with the third highest number of unique donors. The PCF Show the Partner Love Challenge. $757 awarded to the organization with the highest number of selfies taken in front of partner businesses through May 10th. To qualify, selfie video and picture must include business signage, and the post must include tags of business and the nonprofit with hashtag GiveLocal757, hashtag 757PartnerLove. The HRCF 100% Board Giving Challenge. Get every member of your board to make a donation and receive an entry into a drawing to win $757. To enter, email Tammy a list of board members with the challenge name in the subject no later than last week. Hope you did it. The Centara New Donor Challenge is $757 awarded to the nonprofit that receives the highest number of new donors. The LFCU 50/50 Early Bird Challenge is $757 awarded to the first organization to receive 50 unique donors of $50 or more after midnight on May 10th. The LFCU 50/50 Early Bird Challenge is also $757 awarded to the second organization to receive 50 unique donors of $50 or more after midnight on May 10th. The 13 News Now Tag Your It Challenge is $757 awarded randomly from all organizations who use the hashtag GiveLocal757 and tag at 13 News Now on social media through May 10th. The Nifty 50 Challenge, always my favorite prize, is awarded to the nonprofit that receives donations from the most U.S. states. The Fundraiser Champion Challenge is awarded to the nonprofit with the highest number of fundraiser champions. To qualify, campaigns must have a minimum of 10 donors. The Notable Newcomer Challenge is awarded to the organization that is a first-time participant in Give Local 757 and receives the highest number of unique donors. The Selfies for Good Challenge is $757 awarded to a random nonprofit chosen from nonprofits who post, quote, selfies for good on social media from now through the end of the day using the hashtags GiveLocal757 and hashtag GL757Selfie. The Spread the Fundraiser Challenge is $757 awarded to a random nonprofit chosen from posts sharing a campaign fundraiser link with the hashtags GiveLocal757 and hashtag Spread the Fundraiser. The Live Streaming Challenge, okay, I lied, this is my favorite prize of the day. $757 awarded to a random nonprofit chosen from all nonprofits who host a live event on social media today, May 10th, using the hashtags GiveLocal757 and hashtag GL757Live. To enter, you must send a screenshot of your live event to pcfvirginia@gmail.com before midnight tomorrow, May 11th, with the challenge name in the subject. Then we have our time-sensitive prize. Each one of these prizes will be awarded to the organization that receives the highest number of unique donors during this time frame. The Midnight Madness prize is $757 between midnight and 1 a.m. The Rise and Shine prize between 6 and 7 a.m. The Early Commute prize between 7 and 8 a.m. The Get Up and Give prize between 8 and 9 a.m. The Coffee Break prize between 9 and 10 a.m. The Post Rush Hour prize between 10 and 11 a.m. The Lucky 11 prize between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Then we have the Halfway There fundraiser prize, awarded to the organization that has received the highest number of unique donors from fundraiser campaigns as of noon. From 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., we have the Lunch Break prize, awarded to the organization that receives the highest number of unique donors between 12 and 1. We have the Afternoon Sprint prize, $757, to the organization that receives the highest number of unique donors between 2 and 3 p.m. We have the Happy Hour prize. That's the most unique donors between 4 and 6 p.m. We have the 7th Inning Stretch prize between 6 and 7 p.m. Same criteria for the Sunset prize between 7 and 8 p.m. We have the Primetime prize with the same criteria between 9 and 10 p.m. And then, of course, the final countdown prize between 11 and 11:59 p.m. Good luck to all participating nonprofits. Keep an eye on your favorite nonprofits' social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, Snapchat, MySpace, wherever you may find your favorite nonprofits. They'll tell you which prizes they are chasing down. Hope you're enjoying Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. Okay.
Are we muted? I think so. Just smile and wave.
Menchville House Ministries. Hello, hello. I can hear you.
Oh, you can? Oh, yep, great.
We sure can. Smile and wave. That's the way to do it.
Yep.
As you can see here, we've got about 9 minutes to go before we get back going again live.
Sounds good.
And I see Major Donald here as well. Hello, Team Salvation.
Okay, so we got, so we're good.
Jane and
We're
Deb.
good for a minute until he starts talking. Yeah.
Oh.
Onyx is in the spotlight.
Doggy!
Hi, how are you? Good.
All right, here, baby. Here's the other ones right there.
Yeah.
That's the deal. Yeah, put your tickets. Look at those full shoes you have. Oh my gosh. Right, so you want
Thank you.
that one? One ticket in there. This is Kenny. And this is Kenny. Good job. You want
Theo, TV?
Okay, guys, let's check in here. We got 5 minutes. I can see.
So we're not.
Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue.
Just to be able to hear is your volume all the way up. Not where I did karate, but they're who I do their bugs still.
Sorry, guys, we got a lot of, especially with the Golden Retriever Rescue, there's often a lot of background noise. But I do have Teresa and Christina here. I can hear you guys just fine. And we have Major Donald Oman is here from Salvation Army. Can I just get a wave, Major? You can hear me?
Oh, you're cute on live TV. Don't worry about it. Nope.
Taller, and I'm like,
Right.
what part of that? Let me put this down. And she's just been going on and on and on. She's like living in a dimension somewhere. I don't even know where she's at. Yeah, you my baby. Are you my baby? No. Put money in all this. From my buddy at the donation thing. Cleared it all out before. Yeah. But just put some document. Acting that we could see things in
What? Somebody else's background noise. Okay, that's what I was hearing. Yeah.
So there is a lot of background noise because we've got some folks doing some fun stuff on.
Okay, good. Good.
So you're not hearing anything wrong. I'll clear it all out here in a moment.
Yeah. She was there at the time. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. She'll sit on it. Yes.
She said,
I was just.
John and I are going to head up to Bella's around 4. We're going to be there 4:30. Do you guys need anything? Dog.
Yeah. Who said that? Okay. Yeah. Dog. Exactly.
And I'm back up. Yes, work those. Let's do water squats while we leave. Those next.
It's exhausting. You know all about that.
All right, guys, we'll get going in just about 2 minutes. As you can hear, I can control your background noise and mute you guys and everything, so we can't hear each other.
Come to
I'm
the
going to
front.
introduce the stream and chat for just a couple minutes, introduce everybody. We'll put everyone on the screen at the same time to start things out, and then we'll kind of go one by one. Everyone will have about 5 minutes to chat. When you're done with your 5 minutes, you can feel free to leave, or you can stick around and listen, and if you do stick around, I'll put you back on the screen. I'll probably get the golden retriever rescue out of the way.
The outside door.
These are good dogs there.
I'm done for a
And then
while.
we'll move on and
I'm
go
not
one
like
by one.
swearing off school. That's not my style.
It's 4 o'clock. It's time. Let's keep everybody muted here just for a moment. It's 4 o'clock. It's time here for Generosity Live. Hampton Roads. We've got some great nonprofits here in the waiting room waiting to jump in and say hello in just a moment. I want to say thank you to everyone who is still here joining us here in our 4 p.m. hour. You can see our lineup there. We've got the Salvation Army Hampton Roads Area Command ready to join us. We've got the Golden Retriever Rescue, and you can see the lineup there here in hour number 7. My name is Chris Strubb. I am the Giving Day guy. I'm your host for today, coming at you live from the Fly the W studio here in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Today is the 9th annual Give Local 757 Day, and I'm happy to provide live streaming coverage through this fun new show that we call Generosity Live. Generosity Live is a new multi-streaming live show designed to provide live coverage of 24-hour fundraising events called Giving Days around the United States. We use live social video to help new donors like you listening at home meet nonprofits to help communities like the Hampton Roads region raise millions of dollars year round. And that's exactly what's happening here today. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, that ticker is coming at you straight from givelocal757.org. $1.151 million raised by 5,194 donors to 193 organizations. And as our conversations have continued, those numbers continue to rise to record-breaking, hopefully, levels here later on tonight. In just a moment, we'll bring on all those great nonprofits that you just saw moments ago. But again, the goal for you during this hour is to go on your phone, go on another tab on your computer, make a donation, givelocal757.org. If you've missed any of the previous 6 hours of the show, you can check those out at youtube.com/Chris Strubb, facebook.com/TeamStrubb, or we're live, of course, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch. We are also live at facebook.com/PCF Virginia. Shout out to the group that is hosting Give Local 757. That is the Peninsula Community Foundation. Let's get the show started here in just about 10 seconds. We're going to bring on our buddies from the Golden Retriever Rescue. You may remember them from last year. I certainly do. It looks like we've got another fun event planned here. We've got Jane and Deb from the Golden Retriever Rescue, Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue, in fact. Happy Give Local 757 Day, guys. What do we got going on?
There's going to be several turkey
Hello, Jane. Hello, Deb. Can you hear me?
Say hi.
Hi.
I know, my dog will be
Hi, who do we have here with us?
We can't hear you, Chris.
We can't hear you, Chris.
You can't hear me. Interesting. Okay, well, do you have the volume up on your device there? Okay, no. All right, let's take a pause here and see. We'll come back with the Golden Retriever Rescue here in just a moment. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Menchville House Ministries, can you guys hear me?
A little low, but they can hear. I'm gonna.
Okay.
They can hear. All right. Well,
Yeah, we can't hear them at all.
All right, Golden Retriever Rescue. We'll come back with you in just a few moments.
Yeah,
We'll circle back. We've got with us the Menchville House Ministries, Inc. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell me what's going on today and tell me all about the mission of Menchville House Ministries.
I'm Sylvia. I'm the director here. This is Kate. He's one of our young residents here, and he's here with us. And I'm Spencer. I'm the administrative assistant here, and we've been kicking off Give Local today to support our homeless families here at Menchville House.
Guys, it's great to see you. So what do you guys do? What are we raising money for today?
Well, we're raising money to support the homeless families in the local community, to give them, and basically our theme is sheltering hope and fueling success. Trying to give these families give them hope, and they will go out and do their own success through the resources.
Hi. So what? Tell me about how your organization has benefited kids like we're seeing here today.
Well, when you give to Menchville House, kids like King can go to summer camp in the summer.
What's been your favorite part of summer camp? What did he say?
He's never been before, so he's ready to go this summer.
Oh, getting ready to go this summer. Are you looking forward to it? Have your friends told you all about it? No, not yet. Okay. Well, we'll have Spencer explain all the fun of summer camp. What sort of programming happens at summer camp?
Say again, please.
I said, what sort of programming happens at summer camp? Is my microphone on?
Outdoor, indoor activities. If they don't know how to swim, they'll teach them how to swim. They have different board games and activities that play throughout the day. Socialization.
Gotcha. Do you guys have a fundraising goal today?
Yeah.
And what is that goal?
Our overall goal is $15,000.
Okay.
10,000 of that would go towards sending 10 children to summer camp in 10 weeks.
That sounds like a great goal. So I want to say thank you guys for joining in. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign things off?
We appreciate everyone's support today, and we really are trying for that final push for the afternoon and evening to get to our goal for a little over 5,000, I believe, and we are trying for 15. So we have a lot of hope for this afternoon and evening. So thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Well, we encourage everyone who's watching to go on and support Menchville House Ministries, Inc. Thank you guys so much for taking some time this afternoon, and enjoy summer camp. That sounds like so much fun. I want to go back to summer camp. Have fun, okay? We'll see you at summer camp. Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Okay. We're going to try it a second time here with the Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue. Jane and Deb, can you guys hear me now?
Something.
Can you hear me now? That's gonna be a no. All right, well, let's reload here. We're gonna bring in Teresa and Christina in just about 8 seconds. We'll make this, we'll have some fun with this. We're gonna spend the hour here trying to get that Golden Retriever rescue plugged in. But in the meantime, we will say hello to our friends, Teresa and Christina. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
So tell me all about your organization and what you guys are raising money for here today.
So we are a nonprofit that supports the nonprofit and public school community on the Virginia Peninsula. Today we're supporting our coach program, which is a program that makes it possible for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to be able to be a coach. I should have practiced this better. She's all about the coach program, so I'll let her talk about the coach program.
I'm one of our coach program leads. So part of the coach program's goal is to help create a truly inclusive community by providing volunteer support services to young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So we provide volunteer coaches. If somebody wants to volunteer at another nonprofit, we'll train a coach, hook them up with a volunteer with a disability, and help them get set up with a nonprofit that they really enjoy volunteering at. We also provide transportation assistance. We provide assistance with technology if they need like a Chromebook to access their volunteer opportunities. We help them search for different things and kind of teach them how to find volunteer opportunities. But our goal is to, create an inclusive community that people can volunteer when they want to and how they want to.
Great. We've got a video to show from your organization, so let's take a look at that and we'll be right back with you guys.
One of the programs here at Community Nights is our gift program. Through that program, we bring in volunteers from all over the community who come and help support our bingo fundraiser that we hold every week. With those funds that we raise at our bingo fundraiser, we're able to provide grants for many nonprofits and public school groups who so desperately need the funds.
So to date, we've been able to award over $1.5 million in gift grants to our nonprofit and public school community. But with the challenges that we're facing today with COVID-19, the need is going to be even greater as we work to recover from the challenges we're facing today. So we really need help in both volunteerism and support for the organization to assist in the recovery from our COVID crisis.
Oh, sorry, there's my microphone. Let's talk a little bit. This is hour number 7.
Yeah.
Curiosity Live, Hampton Roads. Gets a little tiring after a while, guys. Sorry about that. Talk a little bit about how the pandemic has affected your services over the last 27 months or so.
Yeah, so for our gift program, which is what that video was about, we weren't able to do our fundraiser for 5 months. So basically that's the majority of our fundraising through the bingo. So it impacted us tremendously. We weren't able to do any grants for a year, which was really hard for us because, we need, the need is great. But we also knew that we needed to sustain our organization or we wouldn't be able to help after COVID is, wherever it's going to land. And then for our coach program, we were actually getting ready to launch the program right when COVID hit. Yes.
So yeah, in Coach Land, we had to stop trying to do in-person placements. So we actually had to completely change our programming and do a virtual program, which in a way has been a blessing in disguise because we now, in addition to our in-person program, we run virtual social and educational programming where we do independent living skills. We have dance parties and just other opportunities for individuals with disabilities to engage in a community. So that was definitely a big thing to come out of COVID.
Big silver lining.
Do you have a specific fundraising goal today?
10,000.
And how are things coming along?
We also have a match of up to 3,000. We have $620 left on that match. So the next $620 that we raise are will be matched.
And who is providing that match for you?
It is Rodbusters.
Beautiful. And so if you're watching and maybe you're new to the concept of a match during a giving day, what that means is the next $620 that's going to be donated to the Community Nights organization, your dollars will basically be doubled thanks to that generous match support. So if you're looking for an organization to support, you want to make your dollars go further, you know, you're going to hear some more about some of the prizes that all these organizations are chasing down today. But those matches are another huge element of what really makes Give Local 757 so special. Let's get you guys out on this question. What does it feel like to be part of an event like this in the Hampton Roads region? We've heard from dozens of different nonprofits today, many of whom work with one another. Do you feel like there's a collaborative sort of nonprofit environment out there in the region?
Actually, I mean, that's one of our invest, collaborate, and include. That's our 3 taglines. So, I mean, our organization is all about collaboration. There are so many organizations that are part of Give Local that are in our gift group. So other nonprofits out there that are looking for a place to go for support, we are here for you. So this is just like every day with us, but so glad to be able to meet other organizations that might not have heard about us and would like to join us.
That's what it's all about today, guys. Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. We're making those connections happen here on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch, and of course at givelocal757.org. Ladies, thank you so much. I want to wave goodbye to the baby too.
He's the best.
Hi, he's my office assistant.
Yes, he's our youngest and cutest volunteer.
Doesn't get any cuter than that. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time today on Generosity Live, Hampton Roads.
You did such a good job, buddy. Such a good job.
All right, Major, I got to apologize. I'm making you follow the baby. So
that's a tough act, Chris.
At least I didn't
How
make
are
you
you
follow.
today?
You didn't have to follow the dogs. We'll get to the golden retrievers in just a moment.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming back. I remember chatting with you last year. It was my pleasure. I'm a big fan of the Salvation Army, and I'm glad to see, obviously, you're still stationed there in the Hampton Roads region, which is great. So tell us about what the Salvation Army does in the Hampton Roads. I want to get the Hampton Roads Area Command. Make sure I get the title right there for you. What are you guys up to these days?
Well, you know, now that we've somewhat come out of the pandemic, we are, fully engaged in sheltering homeless men, women, and children. Last year when we talked, we were having a bit of a challenge. So we were having to put a lot of individuals and families in hotels and some motels just because of the space that we have through the pandemic. And so this past year, we have completely converted back to fully operational homeless shelters. And so for women, men, and children, we also continue, our assistance to the community, utility assistance, clothing assistance. And this year, as we have looked at the opportunities, we know that there's a great opportunity for our seniors services to reach out to those that are homeless in our communities that are seniors. And so we're actually involved in a process now to identify what better ways that we can serve senior citizens who find themselves homeless.
See, this is what I love about the Salvation Army so much. And I mentioned this last year. I worked as a National Red Kettle Ambassador with the Army back in 2017, taking a road trip through the 25 eastern states here in the U.S., including Virginia. Didn't have a chance to visit you guys, but when people ask, Chris, what does the Salvation Army do? The answer is really, it's everything, but it's also the most specific needs to the region. So it sounds like you guys are reevaluating now, as you're sort of emerging from the pandemic to figure out where that role for the local Salvation Army is the best fit. Is that right?
That's correct. One of the challenges that we face in this region is, affordable housing. Especially for those that are on fixed or low income. And so, the Salvation Army, along with other community providers continue to look at strategies on how do we create opportunities for people to move out of a shelter into supportive housing or into their own homes. And so that has been a challenge. And you're right, this past year, we spent over about $5 million in 2021 just in direct assistance to individuals through our various programs. And so we continue to evaluate those. We evaluate those every year. And like you said, Chris, to really look and say, okay, is there a need that's going unmet in our community? And if so, how can we bring the mission of the Salvation Army alongside our community to hopefully help develop an opportunity to bring people out of those situations and provide hope?
It's such a complex and such a wonderful organization, the Salvation Army. It's always on my list of groups to donate to during every giving day, and just very grateful to you, Major, for taking the time to chat with me this afternoon. So let me ask you this. Do you guys have a specific fundraising goal for your Give Local 757 campaign this year?
We do $10,000, and that's going to be used to directly support our Pathway of Hope program. And that is a program that the Salvation Army has been doing for about 4 years now, and helping families to break the generational poverty, and especially in homelessness as well.
I was just looking for my bell. I forgot to grab my prop to ring the Salvation Army bell for you. I got a little
I'm sure
one
I can
somewhere.
find some around here.
I know, right? But I think it's almost more fitting that we don't have it, because it's an important reminder that the Salvation Army is so much more than that kettle campaign every November. There's probably people watching saying, wow, we're talking to the Salvation Army in May? Some people think that the Army really operates mostly around the holiday season, and of course that's not the case. And a lot of that money during the holiday season, of course, goes to fund a lot of the programs from year round. But here in the spring, I'm sure that Give Local 757 is another incredibly important fundraising opportunity for the work that you guys do. So
absolutely it is. Yeah, most of the time people only see us during Christmas. So thank you for this opportunity.
Hey, I will bring on the Salvation Army 365 days a year. I love, love, love the work that you guys do. And I really encourage everyone who's watching to go to givelocal757.org, type in the Salvation Army Hampton Roads Area Command. Major, it's a pleasure to see you again this year. As we know, sometimes officers get shuffled around year over year. So hopefully we'll get a chance to keep you around next year and see you again back for Give Local 757 2023.
Yeah, hopefully so. Chris, thanks for having me. All right. Good luck today, raising a lot of funds for a lot of different organizations.
I just hit the scary button there, Major, instead of the music button.
Oh man.
That's where we're reaching that point of the afternoon, Major, so I apologize for that. Nothing scary about the Army. Thank you again, Major, for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. I know what time it is. It is golden retriever time. Let's get him in here. Bear with me for just one moment. Okay. Do we have the Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue? Hello, Jane. Can you hear me?
I think yes, we can hear you now. It's been a little tough, but sorry for the technical difficulties.
No worries. I had such fun. I've been foreshadowing this conversation all day today as definitely one of my favorites, along with the Salvation Army. I definitely remember speaking to you like it was yesterday last year.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that Give Local 757 is such an important day. We can see we've got a doggo there in the frame. Who are we looking at?
Yes, this is Penny. She's one of our adopted dogs from not too long ago. She actually came over from China, of all places, which is not the main focus of our mission, mostly local rescues. But she's out here having fun with us today.
All the way over the seas to come to the Hampton Roads region. Tell me, what have you guys got going on here? I remember last year we spoke to you at a happy hour. It looks like you guys are out and about somewhere again. We never know where we're going to find the Golden Retriever Rescue.
Yes, we are again. And again, I'm breaking all the rules, just so you know, trying to hold this cell phone, like since we had our difficulties. But anyway, we're out at Bubba's 33 in Chesapeake. We're having an all-day Dine for the Dogs event here. We're also vying for the happy hour prize. That's what we were doing last year, trying to raise the most unique donations between 4 and 6 p.m. So that's why we picked this hour for our interview, and also just to get a chance to talk about what we do. So we really appreciate you having us on. But we're trying to get Bo in the background. He's being a little shy. Okay, that was Bo. He's one of our dogs that's currently available for adoption. He came from a local shelter in Currituck and has been treated for heartworm disease to get him healthy.
So you've got some adoptable dogs there. If people want to come down to, you said Bubba's 33, which sounds delicious.
Yes, Bubba's 33. It's on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at your the notes here on your organization. People sometimes wonder how there's even a need for a golden retriever rescue, given the wonderful reputation of our dogs. It sounds true. I mean, to come rescue a golden. I mean, what a, no pun intended, golden opportunity.
You're right. You're right. And that's something that we really like to point out is Goldens have that reputation of being the perfect dog, and they are. Everybody loves them. They're very popular. Sometimes there's just not enough to go around, but in the rescue community, the ones that we are getting and taking care of are the ones that do have either medical issues or behavioral issues. So like Bo is an example of a dog that needed medical care. A lot of the ones that we get also are just extremely fearful. They come from bad backgrounds, either hoarding situations or puppy mills, and they don't know the kindness of people. So they're very shy. They take a lot of time to warm up, and that's part of what makes them stay with us for so long. So we're glad we can be there helping for sure. We have some wonderful foster homes. All of our dogs start out in a foster home and get all the care that they need before they're ready for adoption.
Well, it's a doubly important day here for the Golden Retriever Rescue. You want to go to the website, help them win that happy hour prize between 4 and 6. If you want to see a really great clip, you got to go back and rewatch. I should have had it ready to play here. Rewatch our stream last year when we had Jen Bramley on and revealed live that you guys had actually won that prize. What a moment of joy that was. And we'd love to make that happen for you guys again. And also, I'm sure there's folks that are listening who would love to give a home to one of these wonderful dogs that you're talking about here today. And I'm sure that would bring you just as much, even if not more joy, to find a home for these wonderful doggos.
Yes.
So we want to say thank you guys for battling through the technical issues. I promise you, if you head down to Bubba's 33 in Chesapeake, you got an address for us?
I think it's 1725 Devon.
1725 Devon Avenue. That's
1725 Devon Avenue. It is happy hour. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. I've got my little 15-minute break coming up here, so it's almost 5 o'clock here in Chris Strub's kitchen. Not quite as much fun as Bubba's 33.
We really appreciate the opportunity.
It's such I want to make an annual tradition of this. We'll bring you guys on to chase down that happy hour prize.
Okay, we'll take it.
Maybe next year I'll come down and cheers you guys at Bubba's 33. Thank you guys so much for battling through that technical issue. We really appreciate it. Goodbye.
Sure. Thank you for your patience. Bye.
I need some puppy kisses.
And Bo, and we have Onyx in the background too. Poor Onyx didn't get his 2 minutes of fame. All right.
Bye, Onyx.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies. Facebook.com, type in Southeastern Virginia Golden Retriever Rescue. You can see there $1.172 million raised. What a day so far. It is 4:30 here on May 10th if you're watching live. I want to say thank you again to all of our nonprofits. We've still got Menchville here. You guys want to wave goodbye? Goodbye. I caught you. Thank you, guys. And we've got Teresa and Christina. They're going to wave goodbye as well. Ta-ta-ta.
Take care.
All right.
We're good to go.
You're watching Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. It is 4:30 here in that Greenville, South Carolina, which means it's 4:30 in the Hampton Roads region out in Virginia. I am the Giving Day guy. I work with Giving Days like Give Local 757 all year round. Days like the Big Give in San Antonio. Days like Give Local York up in Pennsylvania. Boy, I'm just catching my breath here. Give for Good Louisville, of course, up in Kentucky in September. And just last week I was in Columbia for a record-breaking Midlands Gives Day. It really never gets old to get to celebrate these different milestones. And that's what we're looking at here today. Got our fingers crossed for another record-breaking Give Local 757 day. But it's not about crossing your fingers, because if you got your fingers crossed, you're really going to have trouble typing in givelocal757.org on your phone, going in and donating. Now, I'm sure it's doable. Shout out to Larissa and the team at GiveGab, making it super simple to make your donations. And really, Give Local 757, today is your day to find and support some new organizations. A Giving Day like today really is the best opportunity for you to learn and to see what so many of these different nonprofits are up to throughout the year. And we've talked about a lot of the different events that are taking place all around the Hampton Roads region. Maybe you're on your way to Bubba's 33 in Chesapeake for happy hour. I know I wish I was. We have got some more great conversations coming up here in our 8th and final hour of Generosity Live Hampton Roads. In just a few minutes, we'll be joined by Tidewater Friends of Foster Care, Social Butterflies Foundation, Portsmouth Catholic Regional School, Bacon Street Youth and Family Services, Tidewater African Cultural Alliance, and Aura Curiatlis Physical Theater. You do not want to miss these conversations and these introductions right here. Generosity Live. What a fun day. Still 7.5 hours or so to go as we count down to midnight and hopefully count down to that record-breaking donations and donors number. If you're enjoying the show, you can find me on social media, Twitter and Instagram at Chris Strubb. That's me, the Giving Day guy. If you're really enjoying the show, come check out my live Amazon show. Every Monday, 11 a.m. We recorded yesterday. A lot of fun. Check out the replays at shopping.strubbstuff.com. You can get all the gear that I use to create my live streams from the studio here at strubbstuff.com. That's www.strubbstuff.com. You're like, hey, Chris, how are you putting together all this live video from the Fly the W studio? Where can I get that neon sign up over your head? Where can I get the fancy cameras and the tripods, the microphones, the headphones? Strubbstuff.com. Go purchase any of those items on Amazon. There's even a list there of affordable equipment if you're looking to start live streaming for your nonprofit. So you can learn more about how you can get started with that at www.teamstrubb.com. I've got some resources on my website there that you can check out to get started with your live streaming activities. And if you go to my Twitter, at Chris Strubb, I've got a pinned tweet up there. I've done an entire live stream on what you, at your nonprofit, what you can live stream. Some ideas that you can get started with in advance of maybe next year's Give Local 757, or really any time of year. Connecting through live social video is such a powerful opportunity. I'm a big advocate for this live streaming medium and very grateful to everyone who's made this role possible for me. Maybe you're watching live on an embedded stream on givelocal757.org. Shout out to Larissa and the team at GiveGab, soon to be Bonterra. Shout out to the Bonterra team. 2022, a season of change in that Giving Day space. Hey, you might have some more questions about Give Local 757, and I've got answers. But I read those answers on a video last night so I could grab a drink of water here between streams. So let's play a frequently asked questions video here. You, of course, can also check out these answers at givelocal757.org/FAQ. If you have specific questions about, from the nonprofit side, there is a giant blue chat bubble on the website. Let's go full here and take a look at that. At bottom right-hand corner, you can see that chat bubble. So if you have questions pertaining to your nonprofit's experience on the website, that's where you can get in touch with Larissa and the team at GiveGab 24 hours a day. You can hit that chat bubble and they'll be right in touch. Let's watch this video and we'll be back at 5 p.m. There was our 4 p.m. lineup. There was our 3 p.m. lineup. Coming up in hour number 8. Tidewater Friends of Foster Care, Social Butterflies Foundation, Portsmouth Catholic Regional School, Bacon Street Youth and Family Services, Tidewater African Cultural Alliance, and Aura Curiatlis Physical Theater. One of my favorites, for sure. Hopefully we'll get Joan on there. I'm not sure who's going to be joining from their organization, but if it's Joan again from last year, really, really enjoyed chatting with her last year. Here are the answers to some frequently asked questions about Give Local 757. What is Give Local 757? Give Local 757 is a day of giving fueled by the power of social media and collaboration. Give Local 757 is an initiative of the Peninsula Community Foundation. When is Give Local 757? It is May 10th, 2022. If you're watching live, that's today from midnight to 11:59 p.m. Which organizations can participate? Organizations that are verified 501c3 charitable nonprofits that are headquartered or provide services in Hampton Roads. The early registration fee for organizations to participate is $100 before December 31st. After that, the regular registration fee is $175. Who can donate? Anyone may donate. Donations through the Give Local 757 online portal to charitable nonprofit organizations are tax deductible and cannot be refunded. Contributions may be made via credit and debit card only. Donations will be received and receipted by GiveGab. What is GiveGab? GiveGab is a nonprofit giving platform that helps nonprofits to raise money, engage donors, and manage volunteers quickly and efficiently. GiveGab offers a full portfolio of simple and easy-to-use products that allows organizations to function in a more streamlined manner. How will donations be distributed? Each donation made to a participating nonprofit will be dispersed directly from GiveGab via direct deposit within 24 to 48 hours. How much of my donation goes to the nonprofit? GiveGab retains a 3% campaign management fee from all donations. Credit card processing fees are an additional 2.5% plus 30 cents for all major credit cards, including Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. You are given the option to cover the fees, and if you choose this option, 100% of your online charitable gift will go to the receiving organization. Individuals who donate more than $100 will be given the opportunity to pay via electronic debit rather than credit card. The associated fee is $3 per transaction and would take place of the 2.5% plus 30-cent credit card fee. All donations are final and cannot be refunded. Who will receive my contact information? The organizations you choose to support will have access to your name and email address. This information is used solely to send thank you messages, provide the option to receive future notifications, and to notify you of future activities. Do I need to create an account with GiveGab? No, you do not need to create an account to make a donation. The benefits of creating an account include having your tax receipts collected in one location, being able to track your donations, follow the charities you support, and engage in future volunteering and donations. Your tax receipt is emailed immediately upon processing your donation. To claim a donation as a deduction on U.S. taxes, you should retain the donation receipt as an official record. Can I make donations via a mobile device? Yes. Simply visit givelocal757.org on your mobile device. Can I pre-schedule a donation for Give Local 757? Well, it's too late now if you're watching this on May 10th, but the answer anyway is no. In order for your donation to be counted towards prize incentives awarded on Give Local 757, it must be made between midnight and 11:59 p.m. on May 10th, 2022. What if my preferred organization is not listed? Please send an email to info@givelocal757.org to request that we contact your organization of choice. What is state charitable solicitation registration? Nonprofits are held to a high standard of government regulation and public scrutiny, and that is with good reason. Eligible 501c3 nonprofits are exempt from federal corporate taxes and have access to public funding. These benefits are not typically available to for-profit businesses, so laws are in place to protect the public and ensure nonprofits do not abuse their financial advantages. The IRS and states all have requirements for nonprofits. Why is state charitable solicitation registration compliance important? While 501c3 nonprofits receive key financial benefits, the penalties for noncompliance can be serious. The IRS can revoke a nonprofit's tax exemption and impose fines that can accrue daily. The states can administratively dissolve a nonprofit corporation and levy steep financial penalties. Perhaps worst of all, an organization can lose out on a grant or large donation because it has not kept itself in good standing. Taking a proactive approach to compliance helps ensure the sustained success of the organization. The cost of staying compliant is small in comparison to the much larger costs of noncompliance. The saying, quote, "an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure," could not be more true in this context. What are the key aspects of state charitable solicitation registration compliance? The IRS provides tax exemptions to eligible nonprofits under IRC 501c. Public charities and private foundations receive 501c3 tax exemption. The IRS scrutinizes organizations when they apply for 501c3, but also ensures that those organizations meet the ongoing obligations to remain eligible. Nonprofits must file a 990 tax form each year with the IRS to disclose their financial data for the year. Each state has their own set of requirements. Nonprofits are typically incorporated in a given state as a nonprofit corporation. The state in which the nonprofit has incorporated will impose requirements on the nonprofit, and those responsibilities typically span across multiple state agencies. Usually, nonprofits must submit an annual filing to the corporation's division of the Secretary of State, maintain its license to fundraise, file for a state business license, and maintain state-level tax exemption with the Revenue Department. As nonprofits expand outside of the state or operate nationwide, they must comply with the same items in each other state as well. In addition to IRS and state filing requirements, nonprofits must keep adequate records. Keeping accurate and complete records is critical in the event that an organization is audited. It is also common that board members or donors request information from the organization. Finally, records are necessary for submitting applications and renewal filings with various government agencies. How can I ensure my donation is received by an organization? In order to receive your donations via ACH transfer, GiveGab requires a checking account eligible to receive ACH transfers and withdrawals. Your donations will be deposited within 5 to 7 business days on a daily rolling basis. If your organization supplies the wrong type of bank account, such as a savings account, or the wrong account numbers, GiveGab will be in touch. After 30 days, if GiveGab has not heard from your organization, they will refund your gifts back to your donors. Prizes are a critical element of every giving day, especially Give Local 757. There are 30 different prizes available for nonprofits to win during Give Local 757 2022. Each prize has different criteria, which are listed at givelocal757.org/prizes. Most of the prizes are available in the amount of $757, but as you'll see, the grand prizes will see a $10,000 pool divided among the top 3 nonprofits. Let's take a look at the prize rules. The Bank of America grand prizes. First place, $5,000 awarded to the nonprofit who receives the highest number of unique donors between midnight and midnight on May 10th. Second place, $3,000 awarded to the second highest number of unique donors. And third place is $2,000 awarded to the nonprofit with the third highest number of unique donors. The PCF Show the Partner Love Challenge. $757 awarded to the organization with the highest number of selfies taken in front of partner businesses through May 10th. To qualify, selfie video and picture must include business signage, and the post must include tags of business and the nonprofit with hashtag GiveLocal757, hashtag 757partnerlove. The HRCF 100% Board Giving Challenge. Get every member of your board to make a donation and receive an entry into a drawing to win $757. To enter, email Tammy a list of board members with the challenge name in the subject no later than last week. Hope you did it. The Centera. All right, for those of you guys watching and listening, getting ready for that 5 p.m. stream, but before we get there, we've got one more special guest here to squeeze into our 4 p.m. hour. We're going to get Jennifer up on the screen here. In just a moment. Jennifer Parrish, there she is. She's the executive director of Peak Childhood Center. Jennifer, welcome to Generosity Live, Hampton Roads.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Jennifer, I know we're going to show some special guests here that you've got in the room there momentarily. But before we do that, tell me all about Peak Childhood Center. What are you guys up to, and what are you raising money for today?
Great. So we are a nonprofit, private nonprofit, early childhood center. We have children 6 weeks through age 4 that attend our center. We are unique in that we're the only one in the area that has a sliding scale tuition. So that means that we meet our parents where their income, in fact, is. So the average cost for childcare and preschool for 4-year-olds is over $14,000. So we have families that may be working but making less than $20,000, and clearly we need to support them. And our sliding scale tuition enables us to do that because the people who donate to us make up the difference between what it costs to run a quality program and what our parents are able to pay. And that's our mission, to provide a quality and affordable early childhood program so our kids are ready for kindergarten, because 42% of children in Virginia as of this September were not ready with the necessary skills to be successful in kindergarten. So we want to change that statistic for our kids. So 100% of them are ready for kindergarten when they leave us. And that's why the support from the community is just so important to us. And specifically today, Chris, we had a goal of $3,000. We are seeking support to purchase, wait for it, some new cots for our children. We keep them so busy here that our very young ones need to take a nap during the day on those cots. And we also are looking for support for our circle time activities, which includes new rugs for when our children are on the floor in circle time doing some fun activities with their teachers. So we're excited that we have Give Local going on today and hope that we'll see some of that support for those two initiatives that we have.
Jennifer, I'd love to meet maybe a couple of these kids. Do we have any special guests that you want to introduce us to this afternoon?
I'm going to bring them right up on the camera, Chris.
All right, here we go. I think we're going for a walk. Hey, guys.
There you go.
So who do we have here, Jennifer?
So we have Sage and Fareed here waving at you, and they're two of our wonderful children that attend our program all day, and we are a year-round program as well. So
Sage,
there you go.
Did you have fun today at the center?
Did you guys have fun today? Yes. We got a yes from Sage, but hard to hear. Fareed, can you say really loudly, did you have fun today? What are you going to say? Really loud. Yes. Say yes. Yes. There you go.
Yes.
That one.
What did you do that was so much fun today? What was your favorite part of today?
What did you do that was fun today, Fareed? Did you go outside? Did you read? Oh, what do you have in your hand? Show Chris what you got in your hand when you went outside.
A flower.
A flower. Oh, that's cool.
Who are you going to give that to?
I'm going to give it to my mommy.
Oh, nice. I'm sure your mom's going to appreciate that. So we know they had fun outside because we've got a lot of outdoor learning opportunities for them out there. So everything here is about learning through play. So that's what we do all day.
Learning through play. And I'm so glad we got a chance to bring the young kids on here before they get to head home for the day. Man, I wish I was getting a flower. I want someone to bring me a flower after work. That sounds like...
We can make that happen if we take a trip down to South Carolina.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I hear it's a little warmer here today, too. I know it's a little breezy.
I think you want to be there.
Maybe just grow the flower.
Oh, I love it. Can you hold the flower right up to the camera so we can see it real big?
You can see it. There you go.
That's so pretty. That's really cool. What do you have anything fun planned tomorrow?
You know what you're going to do tomorrow?
I don't know.
I don't know. Every day is a new adventure when you're a kid. I absolutely love it.
New what?
A new adventure.
Adventure?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That means you're going to do something exciting every day, something new.
Something new. Yeah.
What do you mean about adventures?
Well, I think as you get older and you get to meet more people and have new fun experiences, you get to do fun things all the time. You know, being a kid is fun, and then being an adult is fun too. I can't wait to introduce you guys to some more of our guests as well. I'm actually going to have my friend, hey, Joan, do you want to wave and say hello to the kids here? I know Joan can do some really fun stuff. Hi, Joan. Joan was one of my favorite guests last year. Joan is from Aura Carey Atlas, and look at how much fun that is. Joan, is there something you can show the kids that they might learn how to do someday? I'll put you on the spot here, Joan.
I was trying to. You want something to set it up? I didn't even bring my ring.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that? She did a cartwheel. Let's clap for her. Yay.
Maybe we could turn.
That was like crazy.
That was crazy.
I've got some other people here too, so we may get to show you more. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll stay tuned. Joan, thank you. I just put Joan on the spot like crazy right there. Joan, one of my absolute favorite guests from last year's Give Local 757, and you'll hear more from Joan in just a little bit. Jennifer, we'll let you guys go. We know you're signing off for the day here. So thank you so much for joining us on Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. You guys get home safe, and tell Mom to enjoy the flower, okay?
I'm trying to find us a good spot.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having us on today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
See you later, Jennifer. Talk soon. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Joan and some other wonderful guests here to wrap up our day with Generosity Live, Hampton Road. So don't go anywhere. You're in the right place. Stay tuned.
Okay. But I think we supposed to start at 5 o'clock, and I had to put it on speaker because my earbuds ain't working. And they was charged. I don't know
All right,
what's
guys.
going on.
Hello, 5 p.m. squad. We've got Audra from Tidewater Friends of Foster Care. Can you hear me?
Hi there. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we've got Audra.
What's that?
Put it back in the back of your phone.
And Chastity, you can hear me?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Chastity, you can hear me?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of low. I'm trying to make sure we find a good spot because we're at a fundraiser
Is
for
that
us
better?
right now.
Can you hear me now? I turned my volume all the way up for you. I'll keep the volume high for you guys so you can hear me as we're going along.
As long as you can hear us.
Oh yeah, we can. We can.
Okay.
We've got Rita.
Hello.
Hello. And we've got Scott. Hello, Scott.
Hey, Chris.
It's like Scott might have a costume there for us. That's cool.
I do. I got a little costume going on for you.
All right. Well, we'll keep you hidden until we bring you on here in just a moment. So, guys,
Yeah.
it looks like we've got full attendance here. I think 1, 2. Well, Jennifer's going to sign off.
It's just going to be a costume for a couple seconds, then I'll take it off.
Okay, you're good. I'm pro costume.
All right.
Probably definitely got that. If I got that flat, do it this way. Remember?
So, Chris, what do you just go ahead and introduce me?
Yeah, so we're going to put everyone together on the screen right at 5 o'clock. We're going to wave hello, and I'm going to reintroduce and kind of reset the room, reintroduce kind of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Then we'll kind of go one by one. So everyone will get their sort of 5 minutes in the sun here.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. So,
okay.
If anyone in a specific rush, it looks like maybe Chastity's at a live event, so maybe we'll let Chastity go first. Okay.
We trying to get it so you can see them. I had to use my cell phone. They don't have internet. Yeah, my volume's off there. They say they can. It's hard for me to hear.
We got just about 2 minutes.
I'm following your lead, right?
Okay, we'll get started in just about a minute here.
Yes, Lord.
All right, 1.2 million.
Maybe a little song. I got me a little song, a little dance. My mom's kitchen.
Chastity. Audra. Joan. Got Rita. waiting on Kim. One second. Here we go. Welcome to the 5 p.m. hour. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock in Hampton Roads, Virginia. My name is Chris Drubb, the Giving Day guy, and much more importantly, I'm joined by some wonderful nonprofits here. To my right, there they are. You got to see a sneak peek of Joan moments ago, and we'll get a chance to meet all of our other wonderful nonprofits here in just a couple minutes. This is Generosity Live, Hampton Roads, partnering with Give Local 757 2022. It is the 9th annual Give Local 757. This is my second year getting a chance to work with Give Local 757 nonprofits. We've seen some familiar faces, some new faces, some longtime participants, and some new participants in the Giving Day today. And that's what it's all about today. My job is to introduce you to some very worthy nonprofits that you can go on and not just watch this number climb, but help that number climb. We just crossed that magical $1.2 million mark. Always cool to see these milestones passed on our live streams. 5,658 donors to 194 now nonprofit organizations. You may be watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Twitch. Maybe you're watching an embedded stream on givelocal757.org. Wherever you're watching, we love to have you here. Put in the comments, let us know who you're supporting, share your social media channels. Let us know, maybe you've met a new organization today. Maybe you're on your way to go adopt a golden retriever. And I'm just fielding a quick message here. Give me 1 second. Hi, you can join now. Now, I do not see you, Crystal and Kim. If you're joining in from Bacon Street, just hit that refresh button if you're watching, and we'll get you in there. We just had some carryover from the last stream, so should be plenty of space for you to join in now. Sorry, there's a lot to manage, guys, as we're rocking and rolling here on the live stream. This is Generosity Live. It's a new multi-streaming live show designed to provide live coverage of these 24-hour fundraising events called Giving Days around the United States. And hey, look who it is. We were trying to get her on there. Kim, look, we can see you now. There you are. Hello, hello. So we've got our full lineup of 6 nonprofits. And in just about 10 seconds, we're going to get started here. We're going to start with Chastity in just about 10 seconds. Here we go, guys. Oh, that is not Chastity. That's Chastity. There you are. Hello, Chastity. Sorry, it's 5 o'clock somewhere here. I'm pressing the wrong buttons all over the place, left and right. Yeah. I think Rita was a little confused there, but we're good to go now. So Chastity, hello, welcome to the show. Who's there with you, Chastity?
This is my vice president, Lamisha Cross. Hi.
Hi. And where are you guys this afternoon?
We're at my mama's kitchen on Shore Drive in Norfolk, Virginia. They're doing a fundraiser for us today for Give Local 757. Plus, it's World Lupus Day. So the fundraiser, anyone who comes by and purchase a meal, they're donating a portion of those proceeds.
So my mama's kitchen between 6 and 7 p.m. Is that when the fundraiser starts? Is that right? So we're still a little early? We still have plenty of time?
They did it all day. They started at 11 o'clock this morning, and it's going to end at 7 o'clock this evening with us. So we're here with some door prizes and raffles and information about Social Butterflies Foundation and lupus and fibromyalgia.
If you need the address, it's 7943 Shore Drive in Norfolk, Virginia.
I was just about to read it off of my lovely cheat sheet here. 7943 Shore Drive, Norfolk, Virginia. And if you're watching live right now, I'm going to give you permission. You can shut the phone down, put it in your ears, maybe get on the road, get over there. If you can get down to 7943 Shore Drive, Norfolk, Virginia. We've got some great nonprofits here in the waiting room as well coming up next. So talk to me about lupus and fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia.
Lupus and fibromyalgia are two illnesses that really receive little to no attention at all. Lupus is an illness, it's an autoimmune disease in which basically your body attacks itself. Fibromyalgia is known as widespread musculoskeletal pain. So just a simple hug can cause them pain. And Social Butterflies Foundation, we make sure we bring awareness and advocate for lupus and fibromyalgia survivors and their families. And we provide real direct assistance. So we help with emergency medical financial assistance, college scholarships. Our college scholarship is open. The deadline is June 1st. So if you know a young survivor that's planning on attending college, make sure you go to our website, socialbutterfliesfoundation.org, and apply, submit. We try to make sure we do things that provide, like I said, that real direct assistance to help. Support groups, outreach programs, you name it.
How do you identify, like, how would you know if we talked a bit about this with Dr. Charlie Hill with the Prostate Health Forum earlier. How do you detect lupus and fibromyalgia? Like, how would you know if you're being affected?
Most of the time, when it's diagnosed early in children, it's just because they have, a broad range of pain. Normally, you can never identify what's going on with them. So normally what's done is a series of tests anywhere from imaging, MRI, CT scans. Also, there's a battery of blood tests that you have to go through. It's normally very hard to identify when you have it. That's why it's very good. That's why we like to help our patients and be advocates for them, to let them know, don't give up. And, if you think that this is what's going on with you or you've been diagnosed with this, then we're here to help, in any way that we can. Just the initial diagnosis sometimes is very shocking and, but it's a disease that you can live with and you can manage it. Take care of yourself and make sure that you're listening to your doctors, make sure that you're listening to your body and being an advocate for yourself. And then, you have people like us, the Social Butterflies Foundation, that we got your back and we are never going to let you fly alone.
I love that name, the Social Butterflies Foundation. You guys both seem like social butterflies yourselves. This is your third year participating in Give Local 757, so we'll get you out on this. What does it feel like participating in this community-wide sort of celebration of nonprofits? Obviously, you've got your event going on, but there's lots of other events happening all around the Hampton Roads region today.
What got us involved with Give Local 757?
Sure, yeah.
It's because it's a 24-hour day of philanthropy. So you could pretty much give to any organization in the Hampton Roads. And there's so many great organizations in the Hampton Roads community that's doing wonderful things to uplift and help other people. So that right there is the draw.
Awesome.
So people get the opportunity to learn about us and other organizations and help us help others.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time for jumping in from My Mama's Kitchen. 7943 Shore Drive, Norfolk is where you can go grab some dinner. Come
out and get some wings.
You're pulling at my heartstrings now, guys. I'm hungry. I've been on this video all day long. I got to get some wings. I saw the donuts this morning. It's just been a wonderful day. And thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to jump on. We really appreciate it.
And we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, where are we going next? Okay, Audra. Oh, hold on. We've got Audra. Man, the words start to get a little more challenging here at the end of the day, Audra. I'm sorry.
No, you've been at it a
It's a
long
simple
time.
name. Dr. Audra Bullock, she is with the Tidewater Friends of Foster Care. And Dr. Audra, I'd love to hear about your organization and all the great work that you do.
Thanks. Happy to be here. Thanks so much for doing this all day long. You are a workhorse. So we are a nonprofit that partners with local social service agencies to really fill in the gaps for kids in the foster care system, to bring awareness to the needs of children and their families that are involved in the system. And one of the things we do is advocate on days like this to make people know that this population exists, that they have needs that are not taken care of necessarily by the foster care system and the government supports, that it takes a community and it takes a village, not only to support them, but to support the caregivers, the families that step in, the surrogate foster families, to help them care for these kids. And it's a big ask when you ask someone to endeavor into foster care, and most people say, I could never do that. And we want to turn that into saying, what can I do? Because everybody has a role to play in supporting the children and families in the foster care system. You don't have to foster to be a part of the solution and to fill in the gaps. So that's one of the things that we do is raise awareness. And the other thing is provide acute services. And that's where Give Local comes in to support those services. Academic tutoring, extracurricular activities, YMCA membership, summer camps, and birthday and holiday gifts.
So we've talked all day long about the importance of donating today during Give Local 757. You can go to givelocal757.org, type in Tidewater Friends of Foster Care. And like Audra said, you don't need to actually foster to support. Today is a great way to donate. Audra, I've got a video that I'm going to play to show a little bit more about your organization, okay?
Thanks. This is a tribute to Mother's Day.
To the moms who didn't carry their babies for 9 months, the moms without baby showers, the moms who don't look like their kids, to the moms who aren't the first but are the now, to the moms that aren't forever but will leave a lasting impact, to the moms who receive their kids from social workers and pass them back to their birth moms, to the moms who continually give away pieces of their heart knowing it may never return, to the moms who love bigger than the trauma and stronger than the tantrums. Thank you. Thank you for opening your heart and opening your home. Thank you for opening your mind and shifting your perspective. Thank you for trying something new, for trusting yourself to figure it out along the way, for not needing the answer to every single what if to follow your heart. Because by doing that,
You found mine.
Happy Mother's Day, foster mom.
Sort of tugs at your heartstrings there
The
in the wake of Mother's Day.
Yes, exactly. And I want to just say that we have a lot of things going on. May is National Foster Care Month. And so this is when we want to make sure that we do everything that we can to bring a light to this world and celebrate those who are in there supporting. We have many, many ways to do that. We have an event coming up May 21st at Smart Mouth Brewing in Norfolk. We're very excited about this celebration of families because families in our world come in all forms, and love in our world makes a family. So we're there to celebrate our families, join our social workers, our foster families, our prospective families, our community advocates, and celebrating the bright side of foster care and the heroes that are there and the children that make it through the system and to a better place.
Audra, I'd like to ask you if you want to tell me a story about a child who's come through the program, who's really benefited from what you guys are doing at Tidewater.
Yeah, thanks for that opportunity. We do a lot of work in our academic tutoring program where we have kids that are struggling in school from, not just gaps in truancy issues and things before coming into care, but from moving home to home. Unfortunately, a lot of kids move multiple times while in foster care. And in the state of Virginia, 60% of our kids have 3 or more placements while in foster care. And many of those children are moving school systems. We pair them up with tutors. These are professional teachers that we pay for to go in and tutor one-on-one so that they can be the educational advocate. They can be the continuity through all of these moves. And so some of our kids are actually becoming literate during these tutoring sessions. They have such tremendous gaps, and we're putting them with reading specialists to help them become readers, right? Because our school systems are big reading screeners. And so we've had kids that in the 8th grade are reading on a 1st grade level. And, we're progressing them to the point that they start with all Fs, and year after year, they improve their grades, and all of a sudden, 3 years later, are honor roll students. And it's a forever change, right? Something that no one can ever take away from these kids, no matter how many times they move or where they end up. So that's a real point of pride for me and the organization is our tutoring program. We've also engaged the community in caring for these kids. We've started an initiative called the 962 Club, where we're asking community members to donate just $1 in honor of each child in foster care in the Tidewater region. And it started in 21 when there were 962 kids in foster care. And that community is growing. It's a community that supports these kids. And so to give back to that community in ways that they can help, ways that we have supported together with the 962 Club, social workers, we launched a new fostercareaware.org site in celebration of Foster Care Month, where we have curated guides on finding these resources, finding your place in this space to make a difference, whether you're a community advocate, a foster parent, a social worker, or a prospective parent, or trying to decide whether you're a prospective parent. We've got resources for you to get engaged and tools, direct advice. How can you make a difference and make it easy? So we're really excited about all of this. And we're really grateful for the Give Local 757 support.
Dr. Audra Bullock of Tidewater Friends of Foster Care, thank you so much for taking some time today to share your message with us. And again, another great organization to support here during Give Local 757. Facebook.com/TidewaterFFC or TidewaterFFC.org. Thank you, Dr. Bullock, and we'll talk to you next year.
Thank you, Chris. See you.
Okay, Rita, time to rock and roll.
Great.
Well, enjoy your week at home.
I'm joined now by Rita Attico-Cohen. Did I get that right?
You got it.
Rita Attico-Cohen, she is the Executive Director of Tidewater African Cultural Alliance. They are a first-year participant in Give Local 757, and I am thrilled to learn more about what you guys do. So, Rita, I hand you the microphone. Take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We are excited to be part of this effort this year. Now, TACA, the Tidewater African Cultural Alliance, is made up of a group of Africans from the diaspora who strive to bring our greater Tidewater community together through community outreach, community service, educational programs, and cultural arts and events.
So today is Give Local 757. What specifically are you raising money for? And if someone goes on and donates to your organization, where's that money going to go?
Absolutely. So right before the pandemic, we were giving free classes, African dance classes to the community. And of course, we had to put that on pause. But we're excited to be able to bring that back. And that's exactly what everything raised today will go toward, because in almost 2 weeks, on May 23rd at MacArthur Center, we have our very first African dance class coming back. We will have the contemporary new Afrobeat taught by myself, as well as traditional West African taught by another instructor. And it's a great way for people to come together. You do not have to be African. You do not have to be a dancer. It's for all levels. It's just a wonderful way to come and honestly celebrate being a human being, and especially in this time and day with everything going on, we all need that social connection that we've been deprived of.
Let's take a look at the video you guys sent over and see a little bit more of see you guys in action. How about that? Oh, can't get the video to load, so give me 1 second here. We're going to get this loaded. Let's turn the music up here for a second. Oh, come on, video. Don't fail me now, technology. Well, Rita, tell me a little bit more about how you got started with this organization. How long have you been involved as I continue to try and get this video to work?
All right. Well, I'm originally from Ghana, West Africa, born and partially raised in Accra before we immigrated to Norfolk, Virginia. And I noticed that even though there were a lot of Africans here, they were somewhat divided or segregated. If you're Ghanaian, you stuck with the Ghanaians, Nigerians, Ethiopians, and so forth. And then also, this particular region historically is very, very important to the African American narrative, being that the first documented Africans came to Hampton, just about 20 miles from where I'm standing. Wow. So I wanted something where we could all come together, Africans connect with Africans, as well as those who were not born on the continent, be it from the diaspora, the Caribbean, America, and so forth, as well as the general community who just wants to learn more about Africa and appreciates Africa.
Let's take a look at this video here now that we've got it loaded up.
Great. TACA, the Tidewater African Cultural Alliance, is comprised of Africans from the diaspora who strive to unite the greater Tidewater region through community service, community outreach, educational programs, and cultural arts and events. Our vision is solidarity through the celebration of the African diaspora worldwide.
Beautifully done there, Rita. And I'm going to get you out of here on this. We saw it right there in the video. You guys look like you're really working with a lot of different other community organizations around the region to get your message out there. So the Boys and Girls Club, for example.
Absolutely. And actually, one of the programs that we do right now, it's called African Story Time, or ACE, African Cultural Education with TACA. And we go to the Boys and Girls Club as well as 4Kids and other organizations we've worked with, usually on a weekly basis, and we give them African language, folktale, geography, history, culture, everything possible, so that they get a better understanding and appreciation of the African culture and people. And one of the things I always love, especially with working with kids, is when they actually see pictures of the cities and people who either look like them or cities that are so developed that they cannot believe that it's Africa. So it's wonderful to be able to reach our kids, especially our underserved youth, and give them something that they have not been able to have access to for many, many different reasons. And of course, one of their favorite parts of this whole thing is the dance. They love, love dance. And with this demographic that we're working with, most of them their families are on the poverty line or even below, and there's no way they could have access to such arts enrichment. So not only is it arts, it's also cultural, and it's a great way to give back identity to a great majority of our community who do not have that.
Rita, this has been an absolute pleasure getting to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time today to be part of Generosity Live Hampton Roads. And hey, you never know, we've met a lot of other organizations here today. Maybe there's a couple that you might be able to make a new connection with here in 2022 through the show or through Give Local 757. So best of luck today, and best of luck with your event coming up next weekend. And I look forward to seeing more about what you guys are about.
Absolutely, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Rita. Okay, Kim.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. There you are.
Hey, how's it going?
Slowing down a little bit with the graphics buttons here in the 5 p.m. hour. It's bound to happen. But Kim, it's great to see you here. Welcome to Generosity Live Hampton Roads. Kim Dellinger is the Executive Director of Bacon Street Youth and Family Services. And now I'm going to hand you the microphone and let you tell us all about the great work that you guys do.
So thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate your opportunity to talk about our organization. Bacon Street Youth and Family Services is a substance use and prevention treatment services agency. We've been around in the Williamsburg community for 51 years now, but we have expanded throughout the last couple of years to serve Hampton, Newport News, Matthews, Gloucester County, York County, and the city of Poquoson as well. So we have such a huge opportunity to serve the clients and the young people in our community who are struggling with mental health and substance use disorders. This is a really big issue right now with everything going on with COVID. Mental health issues are skyrocketing. On a day-to-day basis, we are seeing 1 to 2 crisis calls every day from young people who are really struggling with everything that is going on with their lives. It's a challenging time for our kids. It's a challenging time for families. And, really our job is to be here and support those families as they're going through a variety of different kinds of things, and really to help them manage their emotions, manage their mental health, and support them through everything that they're going through.
Let's talk about the dollars that you guys are raising today. Part 1, do you have a specific goal that you're chasing after? And part 2, as someone helps you continue to pursue and exceed that goal by making a donation right now, where exactly are their dollars going to go?
So that's a great question, Chris. So thank you. We don't really have a huge goal right now. It's our goal is to bring in as much money as possible and to support the youth and families in our community. Every dollar matters, and that's why Give Local 757 matters so much on a day-to-day basis or in the work that we're doing. So the money that we receive from this campaign is going to go directly back into the services that we provide. 1 in 7 kids right now in our country, not just kids, but 1 in 7 people in our country right now are struggling with active addiction. 1 in 4 people in our country right now are struggling with either a mental health or a substance use disorder. And by the time the end of life happens, 1 in 2 people in our country will have struggled with either a substance use or a mental health disorder. This is a real thing. This is an issue that is going on right now in our communities, and it's impacting every family.
I see here in my notes that during the pandemic, actually, Give Local 757 kind of took the place of your annual gala.
It did, actually. That was one of the things that we were excited about last year. We had the opportunity to celebrate our 50th anniversary on the day that Give Local 757 was going on. And so we had a happy birthday celebration. Bacon Street, like I said, has been around for a long time, and we've been serving thousands of kids and their families through the years. And we're just really grateful for this opportunity and this partnership to be able to continue to serve those young people in our community who really need the help.
Well, I suppose I should say happy 51st birthday tomorrow.
Yay! Yes,
I remember. Yep.
51 is tomorrow, so we're very excited about that.
May 11th, of course. So congratulations on 51 years. Wow, that's incredibly impressive. Kim, anything else you want to add here before we sign off?
Well, I just want to say thank you again to Give Local 757 and to our donor base for supporting the work that we're doing. We just had a really amazing gala a couple of weeks ago that was an incredible success. And we had over 200 people came out, and it was wonderful. So it was a great event, and just thank you again.
Kim Dellinger, Executive Director of Bacon Street Youth and Family Services. It's a pleasure to chat with you. Congratulations on 51 years. That's quite an accomplishment, an institution in the Hampton Roads region, and another great nonprofit. Very worthy of your donations today during Give Local 757. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Chris. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, Scott, here we go.
All right.
There.
Arrgh!
Principal Scott. Happy Give Local
How you doing, Chris?
757 day. Scared me a little bit there, Scott. Made you wait with the costume there.
No, it's all good. It's all good, buddy. It's all good.
I didn't know Scott before the live stream started here. So when Scott joined the green room here, the Switcher Studio green room with the costume on, I didn't necessarily know that there was a costume involved. So maybe this is just Scott. I don't know.
Yeah, this is me. Every once in a while, I'll put the costume on and I'll go out there. I'll get in the dunk tank for the kids, or I'll go around to all the classrooms and throw ice cream around or something like that. Because, well, first they have to earn it. They have to earn it, and when they do earn it, I go out there to celebrate their success and give them all kinds of goodies and stuff like that. So
there's a lot of responsibility to being a principal, I'm sure, but I think having fun is probably a huge part of the job, right? Making sure that you're relatable to the kids. Yes.
Especially, exactly. And especially at this time, you know, with COVID and we are in-person learning, and when we are in-person learning, you know, these kids need to be face-to-face learning and getting to know each other and talking with each other. It's always great to see these kids in the class learning.
Let's take a look at the video you sent over.
Okay.
I am just in awe of seeing each and every staff member here show their care and kindness. You see that in the students as well.
It's kind of like you're at home with your family.
Portsmouth Catholic gives you a good education, but a good moral base too.
You get better one-on-one attention from the teachers in a smaller school. I think that's a huge benefit.
Portsmouth Catholic is a school that focuses on faith, academics, and service.
That's right. That's what we are all about: faith, academics, and service. And it's a pleasure. You know, if anybody wants to look at what we offer, go to portsmouthcatholic.net and you can find out all about us, because we have been here for over 50 years, but Catholic education down in the Portsmouth area has been around since 1876. 1876, that's a long time, because back then the Daughters of Charity, they came down and from Pittsburgh, and the Daughters of Charity were volunteering to be nurses during the Civil War. You know, so for over so many, you know, decades of Catholic education in the Portsmouth area. So we're just glad to continue that tradition and be a part of it, of faith, academics, and service.
Down from the Pittsburgh area. Scott, I'm trying to place your accent. Is that a Hampton Roads accent? Or maybe?
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not. No, it's just good old Massachusetts accent.
I know
good giveaway.
There's a Portsmouth up in Massachusetts as well. Maybe Scott.
That's right, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. But that's right.
A wrong turn somewhere and ended up in Hampton Roads. And it's just
that's right. But I'm glad to be down here and supporting the local 757 and being here with this school. Outstanding. We have a group of teachers and staff that are absolutely outstanding. 2.5 years ago, when we all had to go home, all the teachers did was say, I want to be back in the classroom. I want to be in the back in the classroom. So when they got back in the classroom, it was outstanding to be there and to have these kids all come in and again, do in-person learning. But not only that, our school day is from 8 to 3, and we are a pre-K 3-year-old program up through 8th grade. And our 8th graders will go down to the pre-K. Our 7th graders go down to 1st grade. They are joined together and they do all different kinds of things together. But even though our school day goes from 8 to 3, after 3 o'clock, you think that school is still going on because there is so much going on after school. We have drama club, we have soccer, we have technology, we have running club. There is just so much going on. So it's a joy to be part of this group, and we just love it.
Well, Principal Scott Bolton, I would say that you guys are a great cause to donate to today. That was a pirate joke.
Yes. Yeah, even though I'm from New England, I still have to pronounce my R's because I got to set that arg in there, even though I'm from Massachusetts. So I still make sure I go in with. But look at see what the kids did. Look at this. Ain't that beautiful?
Awesome.
That's a beautiful. And here we have a crucifix here of made out of clothespins. You know, I mean, the kids here are. You know, the creativity in these kids, the creativity in the teachers is just outstanding because, you know, even though they come in and they learn their academics, it's the left brain, right brain thing. You know, we need to make sure that we are joining both of those together to make sure that we are out there being active. We're out there doing the arts. We're out there doing the math, science, social studies, everything. It's great to be part of the Give Local 757.
Well, Scott, thank you for being part of Generosity Live Hampton Roads in your first year of Give Local 757. We love to see that creativity. And speaking of creativity, I have selfishly held one of my favorite organizations that I met last year and Joan to come on next. So if you want to stick around and check out what Joan and Aura Kuriatlis has to say, we're going to bring them on here in just about 10 seconds. And thank you again, Scott, for your time.
Thank you, Chris.
Joan, it is finally your time to shine. I'm sorry to make you guys wait. I know you guys have been anxiously waiting and you've got some big stuff coming up tonight. But like I said, I have selfishly scheduled you guys as my last nonprofit conversation of the night because I still take such joy in the conversation that we had last year. And as a donor to your organization, I've been on your email list. I know you guys are going through some COVID issues and stuff this week.
Yes.
So I know that this conversation hopefully means a lot to you guys as it does to me. So tell me all about your organization, and I'm going to give you as much time as you guys want to show me what you guys can do.
Well, we are Aura Kuriatlis Physical Theater, and our very marvelous name is based on Aura for lightness, Atlas for strength, because we do a lot with partnering and a lot with connecting with each other physically and emotionally. And then Curie for curiosity, because we tell stories. We, as artists, are curious, and the characters we make are curious. So we invented a name to try to capture all of that. And you did mention our situation with COVID. We were going to have a full show tonight, but one of our company members tested positive for COVID on Sunday. And so we are postponing. Anybody who adds on to our mailing list will get the announcement when we reschedule. But I have some folks here who are safe to be all together with. We have two Alexes, 1, 2, and one Cassidy.
Hello, Cassidy.
That would be,
hi.
Yes. And at the end, Alex and Cassidy have a duet that is in our show, and they're willing to show about a minute of it. And then our two Alexes are doing some of the social media for us right now and showing off some of the teaching that we do. So we work in the public schools and do shows and workshops. I'm here at William & Mary, so these are actually 3 of my students in physical theater and in dance, and then the professionals that come in from different areas of the country. And sometimes now, thanks to the pandemic, we also now are making digital work. So we're making some of the kinds of work that we'll be developing this summer can be shared with anyone because they are created for a digital environment. They're about to do some acro yoga, so I'll let them have a go at their bird. So these folks, I was so pleased when Alex said, "Hey, we want to learn more of this. Can we study this during finals? Can we do this in the summer?" So so the Alexes are in a bird right now. And what is so important about the arts and about creating is the fact that you meet a challenge, you are unsteady, you're not sure if it's going to work out, but you stick by each other, and you can see Cassidy's being kind of protective of Alex's upper body as they figure this out. And so the idea of a spotter, the idea of being the person who keeps other people safe so that they can take a risk, which they're doing right now. So there's a whole philosophy in how we make our work and in how we share it. We want audiences to feel inspired and empowered and curious about what they might be able to create. And we do have a little 1-minute excerpt if you're at all interested in seeing a little bit of dancing.
I couldn't possibly be more interested. Like I mentioned, it was not clear if I was going to cover again Give Local 757. And then I remembered speaking with Joan last year. I am fascinated by your organization, the work that you do, and the eloquence with which you describe the arts and the way it interweaves with real life emotions and decision making and support and all those things. Huge fan of your organization and would love to see as much as you guys are willing to share, to be honest with you.
Well, we've just got a little bit. So Alex and Cassidy, they're going to come into the screen. They're going to do a little, we're going to do this story out of order because we just wanted to make this very brief, but they end up as friends. So we're going to show you the end of their friendship. Then we're going to show you the beginning, because this is a story about a dancer who is performing on stage. Cassidy is performing on stage, and Alex in this story comes up on stage uninvited. But don't worry, at the end they're friends. So I'm going to let them show kind of the end, and then we'll see a little bit about their history. Are you guys ready? All right. Go. So all ended well, but here's how it began. Here's how it began. But they work it out. They work it out. So we like to take situations that, come back on screen, you guys, all three of you. We like to take situations that seem almost ordinary and find something a little more extreme about it. So certainly a performance that doesn't go smoothly is something we can all relate to, but rarely does someone run up on stage in the middle of somebody else's dance. And this is the story that these two have been working on.
Guys, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. And Joan and the team, the Alexes, just thank you guys so much for taking the time today to share your message. I know you guys have got a lot going on. I want to wish the best of health to your team as well, Joan, so you guys can get back to full strength. I know COVID has, I certainly wished we weren't going to be mentioning COVID at all this year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
We'll see. Yeah. We so appreciate your support of all the organizations of Give Local. Just thank you for doing this.
Joan, it is absolutely my pleasure. I'm a little verklempt here. As I mentioned earlier this morning, it's such a roller coaster ride to get a chance to speak to you guys and all the different nonprofits participating. I know you guys are very supportive of other nonprofits around the Hampton Roads region as well. So just thank you for the great work that you do, and thank you for indulging me and letting me put you on air for a few extra minutes here at the end of Generosity Live Hampton Roads 2022. Joan and the team from Aura Carey Atlas, thank you.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
see you next year, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Good luck, guys.
Bye.
All right?
Yeah.
Man, I love them. You're watching Generosity Live Hampton Roads 2022. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy, and as you saw, a big fan of Aura Carey Atlas and all of these great nonprofits that you are meeting here today. In fact, we're just about done. We're going to wrap things up. I am not sure if Tammy is going to join us or not. I've invited Tammy Flynn from PCF Virginia to come join us on the Switcher Studio live stage. Open invitation. Tammy, we'd love to sign off and say goodnight. But there is still 6 hours and 14 minutes to go. It is 5:46 p.m. here in South Carolina, which means it's 5:46 in the Hampton Roads region. Starting to get a little tired here. It's a long day of just beautiful conversations, so many different visuals and things. There's the setup here. You can see we've got the Rodecaster Pro, we've got the fancy camera, we've got the iPhones, the iPad here over to my right. Just broadcasting here from home. Again, my name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy, and I work with Giving Days like Give Local 757 all year round to help them share stories like that of Aura Carey Atlas and all of the nonprofits that we've spoken to so far today. I encourage you, if you missed any of the live streams that we've done today, to check out the replays. Our 7 a.m. hour, I'm not going to read off all the names here, but you can see 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 9 a.m., all the different nonprofits that we spoke to earlier. We continued our day at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then I took a nap. And we came back with our 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. afternoon, early evening live stream block that we're wrapping up here right now. If you've enjoyed the show, I really encourage you to find me on Instagram and Twitter at Chris Strubb. Let's send Tammy a message here and see. Tammy can be a little camera shy, as I'm sure many of you guys involved with Give Local 757 may know. So we'll see if we can get Tammy to pop on and say good night, and most importantly, say thank you to all of these wonderful nonprofits that have taken part. That's what I want to do now. Thank you to every single nonprofit that took some time today to come chat with me during Generosity Live Hampton Roads, to all of the donors that have been listening and watching throughout the day. I appreciate it. Whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Twitch, or maybe you got 5 devices up and you're watching on all those channels at the same time. That would be a little weird, but I'm cool with it. If you are involved with a Giving Day elsewhere around the United States and you like what you've seen here with Generosity Live, hey, reach out to me. Let's make it happen. I'm happy to host Generosity Live in your community. There's hundreds and hundreds of Giving Days all around the United States. We're also actively looking for sponsors of Generosity Live. So if you'd like to sponsor the show, don't be shy, reach out, and I will get in touch with you directly. Again, you're watching Generosity Live. There's the behind the scenes look one more time. See, I can control the music, make it real loud for you. Trust me, we're going to crank it up here in a second. My Fitbit is telling me I'm getting a move reminder. Got to go take a walk here. So we are going to put a countdown clock here. I will come back on at 6 p.m. just to officially sign things off. We'll see if Tammy from PCF Virginia will come on and say goodnight. If she doesn't, I'm sure she echoes my sentiment to say thank you, thank you, thank you, a million times thank you. To all the nonprofits, we're going to watch this number here right below my lapel climb over 6,000 donors as we sign off and approach that 6 p.m. hour here on the East Coast during the 9th annual Give Local 757. No more nonprofit guests coming up today. We brought them all on. This is a lot of fun. So if you guys don't know how this show comes together, we basically sent out an ask to all of the participating nonprofits and said, hey, you want to be on Generosity Live with Chris on May 10th? We got an overwhelming response. Overwhelming response. 50 nonprofits raised their hand and said yes. How awesome is that? And so I said, hey, Tammy, how about we just get everybody on? I don't like turning nonprofits away. So if you have a nonprofit in the Hampton Roads region that was participating in Give Local 757 today, and you said you wanted to be on the show, you're on the show. That's what it's all about. And so I'm going to take a minute here to refill my water bottle. I'll come back with some parting words for you at 6 p.m. Don't go anywhere. I'll keep the fun music playing here. Generosity Live, Hampton Roads, 2022. Thanks for tuning in. Back in a few minutes to say goodnight, right after this brief, unsponsored break. Eric, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, buddy, let's do it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm well, man. I really appreciate you getting me on, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Your video is kind of disoriented, so I need you to hit refresh, come back in real quick, but make sure you don't turn your phone while you do it.
Okay.
Okay, so come in either horizontal or vertical.
Okay.
You're watching Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. It is 6 p.m.
Hey, Chris, I'm back.
Eric is here. We'll get Eric on in just a second. I see you here, Eric. This is Chris Drubb, the Giving Day guy, back with you to sign off our Generosity Live Hampton Roads broadcast. So far,
Great.
$1.251 million raised from 6,076 donors to 194 participating organizations. And as we sign off here, I'm going to tell you a quick story. So I had my phone in my hand as we were wrapping things up. I was going to come back and just say goodnight. And right before I did that, I mentioned that every nonprofit in the Hampton Roads region participating in Give Local 757, we sent out an email a few weeks ago and we said, hey, here's an opportunity. If you want to come on, be featured on a live stream with Chris, the Giving Day guy, fill out this little form and we'd love to have you on. And I true to my word, we had quadruple the response that I was anticipating. It was kind of a last minute thing that we put together this year. And the Hampton Roads region really overwhelmed us with your response. And so I'm signing things off. I'm getting ready to come back to say goodnight here at 6 p.m. And I get an Instagram request from GVBK _the _giveback _foundation. This is a gentleman named Eric. And I guess Eric has been watching the live stream today. And Eric sent me a message and was like, hey man, can you get us on? I know it's late last minute opportunity. And as a man of my word, Eric, if a nonprofit participating in Give Local 757 wants to come on, that's what we're going to do. So let's say hello to Eric here, our unexpected extra guest here. Eric from the Give Back Foundation. I know nothing about what you guys do, but I wanted to invite you on to talk to us about it as we prepare to sign off our show for the day. So welcome to the show. Tell us all about what you guys do and what you're about, what you're raising money for today.
So thank you again for getting me on at the last second. I know you were signing off for the evening, and I just want to tell you thank you because it was a last second request. But the Give Back Foundation, GVBK, which is basically Give Back, the letters spelled Give Back, we are here to support the community. This organization was started at the beginning of COVID, and it was basically started to help individuals who were facing food insecurities, meaning the nurses and frontline responders weren't able to get meals. And that's kind of how it started. But realizing that this could actually be something that was more, we decided to make this in an organization that helps at-risk male youth and continue to help the community, veterans as well. And I am a veteran as well. But we wanted to make sure we help everybody. So we actually mentor at-risk, we mentor youth in the Hampton city schools currently. We feed the homeless monthly with meals on Saturdays at the Four Oaks Center in Newport News. And we consistently give donations to other organizations, and we just help the community in general. And that's what we are here for. So we are grateful that people are willing to donate it to our cause and to continue to help us continue the mission. And that's our main focus, is just making sure we're here to help the community and do what we're supposed to. So just having this moment of time to speak about what we do, I'm very grateful, and we thank you and everybody who's donated to all of the organizations that are out here supporting the community and individuals at large.
We've heard that consistently as a theme, Eric, throughout the day. Before I even finish this point, thank you for your service. Really appreciate that, and glad to, humbling to have you on to speak to a veteran like that. But we've heard that theme throughout the day, this collaboration between the different organizations. A lot of the different organizations that we've heard from today on Generosity Live are working with one another collaboratively. So how does it feel to be a part of this Give Local 757 day and maybe support some other organizations while you're at it?
Well, it's definitely a great event. This is our first year. Obviously, we're a newer nonprofit, so this was our first year being a part of it. But it's amazing to see how everybody wants to help everybody be successful, and that's our main focus, is just for us as an organization to be able to help others. And if we can help another nonprofit with any assistance, we're willing to do that. We may not be able to financially support them, but we'll give the bodies, we'll do the work, whatever we can do to help. And that's the main thing about this. So, Give Local 757 this is a great event, and we hope to be able to continue doing it in the years to come.
Eric, I want to say thank you again for jumping on the live stream here with us here last minute. I'm a go-getter, and I can tell just by the way you handle yourself and the way you reached out here, you're a go-getter as well. And that's what sometimes these communities need to succeed, is folks who are willing to stand up, make a change, to ask for something, and to go get it. And so I'm very glad to get you on here to share that message. So I guess if you go to Give Local 757, I typed in Give Back, you had to scroll down a little bit. So the best way to find you guys would be to type in, I guess, GVBK. Is that right on the site?
BK, that's correct. GVBK. We're up there. We're way down at the bottom, but we're there. So, we're happy that people have supported us, and we're looking for a little bit more support. But whatever we get, we're grateful for, and that will continue to help us to continue the mission. And that's my main focus. So, no matter what we get, it's not about just getting something. We're all in a community of helping one another. So you build relationships, and those relationships are kind of what, help you propel yourself further. So I'm happy to be a part of it, and hopefully, we'll be able to continue this next year and so on and so forth. So again, I'm grateful that you allowed me to have this moment. I literally actually was mentoring, and I was watching the feed while I was trying to mentor, and I had to finish that. And then that's when I sent you the message. So I literally am doing the job as we're trying to get on. So I'm grateful. And again, thank you for what you've done today, just hosting it.
What a beautiful, fitting way. Thank you for the great work that you do and for that mentoring work. Thank you again for your service. Eric Madison from GVBK. Great to meet you. As you mentioned, it is all about relationships, and let's consider this the beginning of a relationship between you and me, Eric. All right?
Well, thank you very much.
You know where to find me, all right? You know I got your back.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. Look, if you're watching on the website right now and you work with a nonprofit that hasn't been featured today, I'm gonna give you that same opportunity. If you're listening and you're like, dang, I wish I would have been on Generosity Live. That looked like so much fun. If you can get me an Instagram message before we sign off this video, I will send you the same link that I just sent to Eric Madison. I'll get you on the show. Think I won't. I will make things happen, guys. Eric Madison, that's an example of a go-getter. I try and model myself after men like Eric Madison and that great work that he is doing in the Hampton Roads community. And, I did want to, again, just say thank you. Tammy's not going to join us, but she does want to say thank you again to everyone who is been a part of the show here today. Tammy, if you're listening, cheers to you. To all the great nonprofits that have been part of the show today, can't say thank you enough. To Larissa and the folks at GiveGab, I'm going to text the link to Larissa and see if she wants to join. Hey, want to come sign off the live stream with me? She might be listening. We'll probably be live for about another 5 minutes here. So Larissa, if you're listening, or hey, anyone at GiveGab, Kelsey, Molly, Charlie, anyone want to jump in and say hi? We're here for another couple minutes. I'm happy to send you the link to come on in and share your sign-off thoughts here on another successful year of Give Local 757. This is year number 9, and of course the day is nowhere near over, although my duties here will conclude here shortly. $1,257,605 raised for 6,154 donors, 194 participating organizations, including many of the ones that you've heard from today. Let's put back up on the screen here the full list. So I do encourage you to check out the replays. Go back and you can meet all of the different nonprofits that you see here listed on the screen. There's our lineup from our morning block. Man, today has flown by. 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 9 a.m. Then we switch the stream over to our 10 and 11 a.m. broadcast. Hours number 4 and 5. Hours 6, 7, and 8 is the block that you're watching right now. So if you've been listening all the way through, awesome. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Strub. I've got an Instagram for my Giving Day Guy work. You can find me at Giving Day Guy. If you want to check out even more of what I've been up to with these giving days around the country. Again, that's me, Chris Strub, the Giving Day Guy. broadcasting live from what I call the Fly the W studio here in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Why is it the Fly the W studio? Because I am a very hard Chicago Cubs fan. It's been a rough few years. So you need to be a diehard if you're going to stick with the North Siders in Chicago. Another tough loss on Sunday night. I think we lost again last night in San Diego. I was asleep. No matter where you're watching, we do want to say thank you again. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Facebook.com/TeamStrub, YouTube.com/ChrisStrub, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Twitch @ChrisStrub. And you can follow me on Instagram @ChrisStrub as well. What a day. $1.259 million raised. And of course, 5 hours and 44 minutes to go here at 6:15 in the East. What a day. That's just about going to do it for Generosity Live Hampton Roads 2022. My name is Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy. I'm so grateful. Oh, maybe it's not going to do it. I think Larissa's listening. She was waiting for me to hit that stop button before she said, sure, I'll come on. Larissa, you can just click that link, come on in. My good buddy, Larissa Herbert. I've worked with Larissa on a number of giving days over the last few years. Let's turn the music back down a little bit. I had the music at stop the video level. We'll go back to chat casually level. Larissa is, I'll let her explain her title. I think she's a senior project manager at GiveGab, soon to be Bonterra. Larissa works with a number of giving days, including San Antonio, where I will see her. There's Jerry Moore, our good buddy Jerry, down in San Antonio. Give Larissa a moment to jump in here. Larissa is also, of course, the project manager for Give Local 757. Look at those familiar faces from last year. Do I look any older? No beard this year for me. Same hat, same backdrop. Jump in here. Larissa is also, of course, the project manager for Larissa. I can hear you. YouTube stream. Familiar face. Larissa, let's get you up on screen here.
I was not ready for my close-up.
Nor was Tammy, but I've known Larissa for a number of years. Larissa, what is your title now over at GiveGab/Bonterra?
My title is Senior Project Manager, or actually, as of today, Project Director. So.
Whoa! Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're up in Ithaca.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where GiveGab is headquartered. Larissa, how many years have you worked with Give Local 757?
Since their first year with GiveGab. So they signed with us in 2019. So it was 2020. I had to do a little math.
So 2020, 21, 22.
Yes.
Let's take a minute. I know we both have limited time here. As I'm going to sign off and go use my foam roller after standing on my feet all day. But Let's talk a little bit about PCF Virginia and specifically Tammy Flynn. A lot of the nonprofits that you've heard from today have mentioned Tammy, who was a little camera shy, but the work that she's done over the years has really helped make this event a huge success and one of the fastest growing giving days in GiveGab's portfolio.
Yeah, Tammy is awesome. She is super sharp. She cares so much about the nonprofits. She's been so awesome to work with since we started. When they switched platforms over to GiveGab, of course, that comes with a lot of hesitation. Nonprofits aren't sure what to expect. How does this all work? What's going to change? And she just handled it like a pro. She just totally put her trust in us and was like, we're going to get through this together and we're going to make it better. And they had a goal, I think, to cross the $1 million threshold. They had trouble kind of crossing that total for a couple of years, and they finally did it their first year with us, which was awesome. So big kudos to Tammy and all the hard work, she does in making sure her nonprofits are trained up. They have what they need. They're taken care of. She always goes above and beyond to support them. So she's just really wonderful and just such a lovely human too, if you get the privilege of working with her.
It's really, really been special, Larissa. And I know you've been listening to some of the live streams through all the busy work that you've been doing today, managing the website and everything, all the back end stuff, awarding a lot of the different prizes. But I think what I've noticed about this particular giving day, and you and I have worked similarly and parallelly on some other giving days around the country as well. But there's a real enthusiasm about the day and about especially the social participation elements with Give Local 757. In fact, this is the most nonprofits I've ever spoken to. And you've seen me over the years kind of doing my thing with some of the other actually bigger giving days that you and I both work with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The nonprofits that participate in Give Local 757 are super engaged. They definitely stand out in the crowd. I've gotten to work with a few of them directly. If Tammy needs my help with something, I have to get involved, and they are on it and ready to go. And they all seem to really take hold with this day. So, and you can see like peer-to-peer fundraising is really big for a lot of their nonprofits. They do a phenomenal job with that. So they've all taken to the platform and really kind of just run with the giving day.
Well, Larissa, I want to be respectful of your time. I know you and Tammy both have a lot going on, all these different prizes to award and everything. But I wanted to take a second to say thank you. Again, I've had a chance to work with you both virtually like this and in person. I'm sure I will see you again in San Antonio in September. You and I have also worked together in Louisville over previous years. So many great giving days. And really there's a lot of, this is kind of the busiest time of year for the giving day sector around the country too. This first, maybe really the end of April into the beginning of May. Is that right?
Yes. It is what we call crazy town right now.
Crazy town. That's right. So things are bound to slow down as we get into that summer season, but today's the day. GiveLocal757.org. So Larissa, on behalf of all the nonprofits, thank you so much for your help. I'll plug one more thing here while I've got you on the line. We're going to bring up the screen full here. Why don't you tell everyone how important that blue bubble in the bottom right-hand corner is?
Oh yeah. So our famous little blue chat bubble. If you have any questions, concerns, need help with anything, that chat bubble is here to help you throughout the day today. We have our extended chat support. They're live people. They're hanging out by their computers, waiting for tickets to come in. And they are just so fun to work with. So reach out to them if you need anything.
Great team there at GiveGab, soon to be Bonterra. Larissa, congrats on the promotion. Didn't even know that until we were live here. But congrats on another great Give Local 757 day. Still almost 6 hours to go. So get those donations in. Larissa Herbert, thank you for joining in on short notice. You're the best. I mean, tied for the best with Kelsey and any other project managers I work with, I guess, so I don't get in trouble. But
thank you, Chris.
Larissa, it's been a pleasure getting to know you over the years, and I'll see you down in Texas in a few months.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great
Larissa
day.
Herbert.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Larissa. That's awesome. There you go. The woman behind the scenes, pulling all the strings, making the website work for you, the participating Give Local 757 nonprofits. Today, May 10th, second Tuesday in May, Give Local 757 Day. My name is Chris Jubb, the Giving Day guy, your host for Generosity Live, Hampton Roads, and for future editions of Generosity Live. Shout out again to you, Tammy Flynn from PCF Virginia, to all the nonprofits that have been participating today. I'm just a little bit too tall for this camera. I'm gonna come down and get into my squats. Gonna head over to Orange Theory Fitness here shortly to get my steps in. Shout out again to everyone involved and to you, all of the donors. You get the final thank you. And if you haven't donated yet, this is your chance. This is your call to action. Help us make a difference in the Hampton Roads region. This is Chris Jubb, the Giving Day guy, signing off from the Fly the W studio here in downtown Greenville, South Carolina, your host of Generosity Live, Hampton Roads. That's it. Mic drop moment. Sorry, that probably wasn't fun to listen to.